following is a production of Dirty Mo Media. Hey everybody, this episode is presented by Arby's, right here in the Arby studio. Don't forget about Arby's new Meat in 3 box. You get more meal for your money at Arby's. We have the meats. I've also decided that I'm going to take the week off. I'm taking the family to Sonoma, but don't worry, you're in good hands, I hope. I want to thank Carson Hocevar for running things here on the Dale Jr. Download this week while we're out of town. Enjoy.
Well, thank you, Dale. Happy to take over. Oh, hold on. You're interrupted. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
I literally just said thanks, Dale, for I just started. So thanks.
Oh, you're just starting?
Yeah, I'm just starting.
Oh.
It's 11:03 here.
Well, I start the show at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they gave me. I'm on West Coast time still. So 10, 9, 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah, I started at 8.
You're on the East Coast.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's 8 somewhere. So I started the show at 8.
Okay, all right. I was just checking in. I figured you'd be done by now.
No, I legitimately said thanks, Dale, and was getting ready to say, all right, welcome to the Dale Jr. Download. And I look at my phone, and I was like, oh, somebody's interrupting. And it says Dale Earnhardt Jr. is FaceTiming you.
Well, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
It wasn't planned, I promise.
All right. Well, I'm going to get back to your show here.
Have fun. I'll check in later.
All right, see you.
See ya.
Well, that's good. They're going to think that's planned.
Perfect timing.
That is great.
Right on cue.
I didn't realize I had a missed text from Dale. And
Of
I
like how
I didn't
it
see
went?
Yeah, he was asking me how it went. I didn't realize.
Yeah, 100%.
Going great.
Well, yeah, he
Hadn't
thought
even
it was
started.
over.
Yeah,
So-
we normally tape 8:30, but
No. All right. Well,
There you go.
there we go. Moving on.
Okay.
All right. So, Tyler Green, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks.
for replacing TJ. I think you're taller than him, so
Yeah.
it works out.
Big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill. Yeah. How was your? Well, first, hold on. I like to remind people I went to the Met Gala. What are we wearing today? Who are we wearing?
I am wearing my Uncle Jeff's number 8 scheme shirt that he won Vegas with, the very first Vegas Busch race back in the day. Diamond Ridge.
Wait, where?
Diamond Ridge.
Oh, is that
it was
like the
Diamond
team?
Ridge team?
Diamond
Yep.
Ridge team.
Yep. Before he was at PPC with the Nesquik and the Nesquik car.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, I got gifted this over the weekend, not knowing I was going on this show, or they weren't knowing I was going on the show, so it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
But,
Looks pristine.
yes. So
for the audio audience, what are you wearing?
for the audio audience, I love them to death. I wear Dale Earnhardt Sr. Original printed. This has never been worn. It still has the tag on it. So this is the first time it's been worn. So it's perfect. So I saved this. I look like a complete fool to my friends because I had this laid out since I got back from San Diego, like it's the first day of school, sitting on the counter, like ready to go.
It's the only thing that's not wrinkled.
Yeah,
in
it's
your
the only
closet.
thing not wrinkled. And like I had it set and like, all nice and,
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm not going to accidentally put a different shirt on and walk out. So,
It's perfect.
so yeah, so how long have you been spotting for me?
6 years?
6 years.
A long time. Long enough not to remember my first race, obviously.
Yeah. So the first race we had together was, you said Daytona.
I said Daytona road course where it was hot.
No, it was Dover. Dover was the first one.
The
No.
year before that?
No,
That year.
no, that year.
Okay.
You're right. No, you are right. It is Daytona.
Yeah.
But the second race, well, the first one I fell out of the seat. It was like
Yep.
super hot.
Couldn't hear me, so it didn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean, I was doing my best coaching.
Dover was the first oval
Okay.
we did.
Okay.
And it was during COVID, and it was the most alone I've ever felt. Third ever truck race, and my radio doesn't work. And you legitimately spotted nobody with nobody in the stands. So you spotted nobody.
That's what they pay me to do.
And then I was running around in a circle all by myself. Couldn't hear anybody. Did a
Yeah.
green flag pit stop by myself. And there was nobody in the stands. Loneliest I've ever felt in my life. But
Poor guy.
yeah, so that was how our little marriage here has started.
Yep.
And then that was our truck starts. And then on the Cup side, when you were with Harrison Burton with the 21 team.
Yep.
And then I love putting you in awkward situations.
Yep.
And so I wreck your car, wreck the hell out of you.
The day before, I was going to tell him that I was making a change.
Yeah, so
The exact day before.
I wrecked the hell out of the 21 car, and then Monday
Allegedly.
you walk in
And tell him I'm out. Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler.
Way to go. Way to
So
go.
I'm great at putting you in,
Yeah.
in awkward spots.
It's okay.
But I think you've grown with it.
Yes.
At a while
I'm
you
used
were
to
a
it.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were a lot more on me about it.
Yeah.
Now you just kind of par for the course.
Yeah.
I think you secretly enjoy it now.
Yeah, of course.
How was your experience on the naval base? Like spotting, how, rolling around on the bus, the whole thing.
I enjoyed it. Family was military, grandparents were military. So I've always been interested in the military stuff. So like the history of it was super cool for me, like all the barracks and all the old buildings and stuff like that. Didn't get to see much of that, which I'm sure you did. So I'd like to hear your insight on all that, but just the history of it being on the naval base was super cool for me.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, so one of the guys, they had like I'm going to completely botch the kind of a segment was of the military or Navy or whatever was sponsoring like a car or was like directed toward a car to kind of give everybody somebody to root for. And so I had Sear, and the guy that was like, that was like walking across the stage with me and everything, he was a race fan, and he like plays iRacing and does everything. And like, he was like super cool and everything. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But the only thing I was disappointed was that, like, because I got to go way early when it was like a naval base and everything.
Yeah.
Was that the I-bar wasn't open, so you could have seen that. Like,
Yeah.
it was that would have been cool. But
That's when you shot all those videos.
that's where we shot a lot of those videos in the bar and everything.
It was open Sunday night.
I know. You, Travis.
Too soon.
Yeah, thanks, Travis. Thanks to get to that really early in the show.
So that guy gave you the mail truck.
Yeah,
Same guy in the picture.
Yeah, he gave me the little mail truck.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we did all that and everything. And then, yeah, it was super cool. What was the spotting like? How much running did you do?
Well, so I'm a runner by trait, but for some reason, when I don't have to run, I don't run. So I had an extra up there. I was one of the few that did not run across the roof. I'm pretty sure someone started their Strava and got about a half mile in before the middle of the race. So there was a lot of running back and forth, but fortunately we had enough people to go on the other side for me, so I didn't have to run back and forth.
So for the people that don't know, like, you guys are on a building right at the chicane, the last chicane and everything, but there was stuff blocking, or the building itself was blocking, because you could only see half the track from one side of the building and then the other half from the other side.
Yeah, the building was big enough, and there wasn't enough room on the corner where there was a wall to see both sides. So you either had to run from one side to the other in the corner, so you run from here to here, but you also miss half the things as you're running through, and half of them are out of breath, sucking wind, right? So I did not choose to do that. I chose to have another person up there, which was fortunate enough. So yeah, you couldn't see both sides. Almost like Pagoda at Indy.
Yeah.
You had two guys. Same theory. And the reason why I wanted someone else up there was I was doing Justin Marks in the truck. He ends up wrecking out of 15. I didn't have anyone over there, and he's like, it's junk. And I'm like, well, this is not good. And all of a sudden I see a puff of smoke coming out, and I'm like, well, I guess he crashed. And the guy beside me didn't have anyone on the other side, and he about KO'd him. So I was like, okay, hang on. The safety thing, we need two people up here and not have to worry about that area if it's going to be an issue.
How did it compare to like spotting at like Chicago, like for street courses?
Similar. I mean, you only have your one spot that you can talk, and it's funny, the spots that I had to talk were super limited, and with you and I spot for Sammy on the O'Reilly side, it's already chaos, right? And you're hitting bumps and swatting flies, and I'm in there just trying to talk to you, trying to help you with lines and placement and stuff like that. And it's a lot going on. So you have a limited time to talk, and it's already rough, and you're already hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, you're catching us in where you were in 15.
Out of 15.
Out of 15,
yep.
Into the chicane, they don't count as corners. Yep. 16, 1,
yep.
Which is the most chaotic
yes.
of the weekend.
So literally, I would talk to you out of the chicane, get off the radio for you to hit the bump, and then get back on the radio, talk to you for a second, and then get off the radio for the bumps.
I never realized it's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, because I needed that. And every time I hit that bump, I was nervous.
I learned my lesson. Like, Saturdays for Sammy is usually calm, collected. and Sundays is usually a little more chaotic on the radio, a little more amplified. And Saturday, supposedly someone took too much caffeinated gum and got excited, and Sammy was like, "Man, you can't talk to me right there. I got to focus." I'm like, "Okay, well, I learned my lesson. I'm not talking here anymore." And on Sunday, I'm doing the same thing.
Well, that's perfect.
Yes.
Thanks, Sammy, for doing that for me. But no, that was it was a fun experience. Like, it was cool. Everything getting to the track was by far cool. Like, I had the bike, the bicycle. That I got tired of walking, so I Doordashed. I got tired of trying to find a place to park, so I Doordashed it.
You can tell the Doordash.
Well, I put the wrong address. I was, like C Ave, and it came up on Doordash Coronado Ave, and I was like, that's the same thing.
Got to be the same thing.
Got to be the same thing. And then I see the picture, and I was like, not the same thing. So, there's like a family playing outside and everything. So I roll up to this walkway. And, I was like, all right, I could leave hopefully a lifelong lasting impression here. And so
Only if they had a doorbell camera.
Yeah. So I kind of like look around, I huff that bike up, pick it up like this, up to, into my armpit, pick it up. And I just full sprint past like a family of 3.
So if anybody has a video of this on your doorbell camera, please send it in.
Yeah, I wish there was
it.
a ring. I really was hoping there was a ring camera. I was gonna like press it I was just wanting that just imagining of like, honey, I think somebody stole our bike, and then they're like confused. They're like, I didn't order a bike.
Yeah. Did you have legendary shorts on?
Yeah, I had the whole shebang.
Perfect.
Whole shebang. That's why I left the racetrack. So I left the racetrack in practice. So it was like, 5th in practice, NASCAR driver, wanted for bike theft of his own bike.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was super cool. I felt like so there was one thing I really was like disappointed of, was like they didn't put the track to drive through a hangar.
Yeah.
Like, cause when that by the water, the 6 and 7,
yep.
When we turn left and you kind of come around the hangar, it would have been so cool if we turned in earlier and went through one of those old hangars.
Yeah.
But part of me thought, like, when I rewatch it on TV, like, part of me didn't really like realize the expectation of everything. It was like mind blowing I felt like I was over expecting like the visuals to be like insane, like with all the colors and everything. And then I realized, like, man, like, runways are not great asphalt to look at or concrete to look at. The buildings are tan and the ships are gray. It's like, damn, like, I wish it, because like you go to like Chicago and like that one shot of it going over the hill and like with the train moving in the, like, you watch it, people like live their life. It just, the military base looked like, I don't want to say like deserted, but it looked like
very
we
open.
took it over. You know what I mean? Like,
airfield,
where in the street course at like Chicago, it looked like exactly, you could see life moving on. Like it's, and I was like, dang, like, I wish we got to see a little bit more of that, or like more planes like closer to the deal. But I was like, I get they can't, they can't just take planes that are an active, military deal and just be like, we're just gonna set these aside and make them be like props.
It would be cool if we could go buy more buildings. Like you're talking about, like split the barracks or split the hangars or something.
If we could have went through a hangar, that would have been so cool. Like, they could have like a camera on top,
or
of
even
the
between them, right? Like if you have sets of hangars
between
like
the hangar,
between
that
the
would have been
hangars,
cool.
like something like that.
That would have been cool. But like, I just think my expectations were like building up for 2 years on like what the visuals of it and Chicago being really good. Like everything on like in person was like awesome, and like I love running that track and like everything. But I feel like Chicago took like if they were gonna win one category, it won the eye candy test of like the visuals, the colors, and everything like on TV. Was
there more when you visited the base the first time? Was there more stuff there? Like, did they take more stuff off the base or relocate it?
Yeah, there was a lot more
like aircraft and stuff.
And stuff. Like I even think the Navy, when we were talking to them, they were like, oh yeah, there should be a line of like 10 helicopters like right on side. So that was probably the reason my expectations were so high, because I think they were expecting the same thing. They were expecting the same thing. They were like, yeah, you're gonna go down a straightaway, and there's gonna be Apache, helicopters on this side, and there's gonna be Navy jets on this side, and there's gonna be massive carriers and everything. And it's just like, oh, that's gonna be unbelievable. And then it's just like, oh, there's 2 aircraft carriers and I was like, well, it's cool.
Turn
but
3 was super cool though.
That was cool.
Super cool.
That was cool. But then it was like, the other half, it's like, damn, I wanted that the whole track.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
greedy, as always. But the O'Reilly race, the fan jumped the racetrack. That was funny.
It was. I didn't see it at first. Sammy came over the radio. We were involved a little bit in that crash. Sammy came over the radio and he's like, "Hey man, there's a fan that just jumped the fence." And I'm like, "Have him check the damage." And obviously Sheldon thought the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I mean, I applaud the guy for, he was probably
The
a
flip flops were
tipsy.
flip flops were impressive.
Well, but being a little under the weather, with all the alcoholic beverages, probably.
Yeah.
The flip flops and only losing one and grabbing it back, it was impressive.
It was a very impressive run at it. Lack of execution on the escape part of
Yes,
it,
yeah.
or the get out of jail plan, basically of just putting his phone up to next to his face the second
Incognito.
he sees cops.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm just on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't. Man, did you see that? Well, see what I did?
But at the same time, I mean, what are you gonna do? Run? Like
No, but you gotta at least change your shirt or
Yeah.
take the shirt off,
Change
put a
your hat.
bandana on,
Yeah.
just
Have a Hocevar shirt or
change the
something.
sunglasses on.
Do you think the girl that was by that fence was like the girlfriend?
So
Had to
I
be,
never
right?
saw the girl. Like,
when-
did she say something?
No, but so I'll pull up a tweet from.
He definitely wasn't alone.
She walks off like a mad spouse.
I think she turned when he was in handcuffs, and they said something to her
Okay, so we're watching him jump back over the fence.
with flip flops. Oh,
He's
Which
got
is
the flip-flops.
impressive.
Yeah, no. The fact he just
Loses
basically
it.
bunny hops the second fence is unbelievable.
loses it, grabs the flip flop.
Yep. He's like, I got it.
Watch
Hops over
watch
the
this
fence.
girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
Oh.
walking. She knows. the girl walking right. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she's just like, yeah, that's impressive. She's got to be related, but like smart on her not to talk to him. Just be like, all right, now we're rolling. Now we're out. Go to a different spot. I mean, they could at least like changed hats or exchanged hats or something like
So-
they could at least.
Because he was wearing flip flops and because of the way they acted after, there was no way it was like premeditated, right? Like he didn't go to the racetrack saying, "I'm going to do this." It had to be a spur of the moment. thing.
No. You
Had to
think
be
he
spur
was
of the
like a
moment.
plant? Like NASCAR
Maybe.
had that plan?
No, not NASCAR, but I mean, if you're
There's no way. There's no way San
a
Diego
bet
racetrack.
before you
That's
get
what it
there,
was.
you
A
know?
friend said,
Yeah,
text him $500.
yeah.
Oh, it was a. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like pre-race, like they're doing.
No.
Oh, no,
like,
no, like
I'm
like,
going to go to
hey,
the race
I'm gonna-
and do this.
No, I think it was more like, if anything, it was like, hey, like tapping him on the shoulder during the red of like, hey, I'm bored.
Bet you won't.
Bet you won't do that. Bet you won't do that.
It's impressive.
Yeah,
though.
I bet you he did that. I wonder what his bail was.
Higher than a normal race.
I
you
mean,
would
it's got to
think.
be on the side of like Super Bowl, right? Like like is in like
More.
similar charge, similar shebang.
It's
the
not
whole-
it's not just a sporting event. He jumped the fence.
at a Navy
one,
base.
one more wall, he would have been at a hangar with airplanes.
Yeah.
Because we honestly, when the red flag was out in O'Reilly, didn't have to worry about it in the Cup race because you didn't have any damage. But in the O'Reilly race, there was a few of us that thought about trying to walk over there because it was just
Just
a
to go
runway,
see the
just concrete, an opportunity in between
to go
us
like
to go
see
look.
the damage and stuff.
And we're like, yeah, to go see the damage. And there's like, if there wasn't planes there, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that guy broke into Naval Base basically.
Well, he didn't break into the Naval Base. He was already
jumped
on
the
the Naval
fence,
Base. He
but-
just went into a
But he was in his
trespassing
secured
area.
area for fans.
No,
he
he
was
didn't-
going into the area
Well,
that
yeah,
wasn't
no,
for fans.
Well, right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. No, that is true.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's probably worse.
It's-
I wouldn't have done it.
No, I don't think I would have done it either. But yeah, I don't know what would
Very
have
brave.
got me to. Yeah, respect. Honestly, do you think they ever caught that guy from Watkins Glen? Think they ever caught him?
Probably, but they probably just
Like
told him
I've
to
never.
leave.
No, I know the Richmond guy got in trouble. Like,
Watkins
he
Glen was
got
probably
banned
like,
for life.
please don't do that again.
Yeah,
Yeah, Watkins Glen.
That day. That
They're
day
just
and age.
happy to have something to put in the commercials, like for that place. Like, you know what? Other than the crash
The big
of like
crashes.
Sam Hornish hitting the tire, the bundle, or Michael McDowell bouncing off that, and Jeff Gordon and all them. Like, it's Jeff Gordon crash. Other than those two clips, they just got the the race fan. They probably promoted him. if anything. They probably give him tickets for life.
Probably.
That guy.
They'll probably promote this guy too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the Cup race, you had Austin Hill, SVG, Zilich crash. Who is at fault, Tyler?
I felt like that front row was eager.
You don't want to say names, but you like who? Like, is it like? Okay,
I
is
feel like they were-
SVG the cause or no? Because I don't see where people are saying SVG created this wreck to happen.
I feel like they both drove in the corner too deep. Austin Hill got a little bit out of line, didn't wrap the bottom close enough, marbles, and they both hit the fence. I don't even know if Zilich would have made the corner if Austin didn't stop.
So what I noticed, because like when I was on the front row, there was a ton of marbles, especially outside turn one. But also too, like you were picking up marbles the whole time. So if you didn't have your fronts cleaned, you were probably going to go in the corner and shove.
Yeah.
And then you're going to pick up marbles and you're going to shove even more. But I felt like the wreck looked bigger because obviously SVG was there. And so when they went to like hit the wall and bounce off, he was just there.
Yeah.
And he's, he just kind of like kept them there. So they just made the hard even, harder. But I was like, people want to like start blaming on Twitter or whatever, or like even like people in the industry was like, SVG could have lifted. I was like,
he had
in
nothing
what
to do
world?
with it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
He's set up for like he lifted early and the reason he was in the throttle and they weren't was because they were gonna hit the wall.
Yeah.
He lifted early knowing, these guys overdrove. All right, let me lift.
Yeah,
and point for the corner.
Turn one is deceiving because after that you were on the front row and I went back to look. Okay, how hard can we drive in the corner? Because you don't think you're going that fast because it's a restart and the restart zone's right before the corner.
No, you're pretty much going the same
but
speed.
You are going the same speed, and that's why I really don't drive any deeper than you were, because I feel like that's what they did. They just overdrove thinking they're not going that fast because the restart zone's right out of the last corner, and just missed it.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy about it.
I was going to say, when that
Worked out great.
happens, you're just like, all right.
So I remember, I wish I said something because now I'm like,
Spinning unicorn.
no, yes. Yeah, poor Michael. But I wish I said something on the radio before the restart because I was thinking, I was remembering the O'Reilly race, like, just field kind of flip, people on old tires and everything. I was like, I forget who they were like, you just could be like LeBron and predict everything, whatever. And I was like, I literally thought, I was like, man, like, yeah, there's a good shot. They pile drive in here. I'm going to back it down and lift and everything. And all I remember is seeing just everybody far left, like most of the field's like far left. And I was like, I don't think they're making this. And, and there's no spotters or anything. So like, I kind of like round turn one and it wasn't even like a shock. Like,
there they are.
Jeff was just like, way to stay cool. And I was like, bro, I was cool. Like I just kind of was just like coming around. Yeah, they did wreck. And then just like pointed right there, you go through the middle.
You do have intuition, and even as spotters, like you feel like there's intensification, like going into a restart or something, and something's not right. And a lot of times you pick numbers out, like Atlanta that one year. You said, okay, I'm gonna wait till 43 to go, and they're like, I'm gonna wait a little bit. And then you said 37, and then they wrecked on 37.
And then wrecked was 37.
So it's perfect. Yeah. So
it is funny. I'm so happy that works out more often than not for me.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, something big is going on at Arby's, and if you're ready to seriously upgrade how you do meat and cheese, you'll want to hear this. It's bold, it's craveable, it's meat and cheese done right. This is the new Arby's cheesesteaks, and they're here, and they're on the menu for good, which means you just found your new favorite. Arby's brought lunch to the shop last week. Carson was one of the first ones to dive into the new 100% Angus cheesesteak, and he said it might be his new favorite. The cheesesteak is a total upgrade compared to other boring meat and cheese out there. It's got this rich and melty Cooper cheese that's the real deal, straight from Philadelphia. That's how you know it's good. The new Amoroso's sesame seed bun gives you the perfect balance of crispy yet soft that really makes this cheesesteak elite. For real, this will change how you think about getting lunch in the drive-thru. Why settle for a run-of-the-mill burger when there's Arby's cheesesteak right around the corner? This is an authentic, higher-quality sandwich. Burgers wish they could be this good. When you're craving something that's just better, Arby's has your new go-to. The new 100% Angus cheesesteak. Prices may vary. Third-party marks are the property of their respective owners. Get your Arby's Angus cheesesteaks delivered or at an Arby's near you today.
Who'd you have again? Oh yeah, you had Justin.
Yep.
In the truck race.
Yep.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. Rough
I saw him, and I saw him after the race. I was talking to Tyler Reif. He obviously had a shot to win 42 car.
Yeah.
And everything. So like I got over there. I was leaving the track, and the restart was happening. So as I was leaving the track, how it kind of goes is like as you're leaving the military base, you're going downhill to turn 2, and I was like, man, I'm gonna stop and see like what happens here, and if it gets interesting. So I went and like I kind of like almost. Luckily, like the cops looked at me and was just like, I don't know, whatever, it's 2 to go, whatever he wants to do. But like I was like outside the fence. There's like a big box, and I just started standing on the box like recording or like showing my buddies like. I was like, we're on FaceTime and everything. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay and watch. Well, then all of a sudden the 42 like is up front. And I was like, well, damn, now I'm gonna have to bike all the way back in, try to figure out how to get in the space and get in the racetrack and everything. And because I was gonna be really excited if they won and everything with Al and Al being a Marine, and he's been there. I didn't know he'd gone through Coronado at some point and
really
been
special.
there. Yeah. And I thought he hit the inside wall the whole time until I talked to Tyler, and he said he locked up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Missed it.
He was so nervous thinking Lane was going to spin him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, they probably wouldn't spin you in that. I think you're going too slow in that chicane.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get spin. I think you'll just get moved. And then I texted him after Sunday. I was like, I was wrong.
Unless you're in a cup car.
But
in that situation, like being that's the first time he's led, right? Coming to the checkers.
First time I think he's led ever.
You get anxious in overdrive, but as a veteran, you want to just slow down and make him move you, correct?
Yes, 100%.
So
that's why I was telling him. I was like, let him make the choice of wanting to move you or not.
Make him the bad guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like if you're 51-49 risk, trying to balance these decisions, and you lower your percentage of chance to win if you just take yourself out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
By far. But like even too, if like Lane moved him, and you're side by side, then you could just now be the bad guy and just turn it right and start dooring him or at least drag race and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
kudos for him for being there.
But
shot.
I was talking to Justin after, and Tyler's like, I need to win to get more opportunities. And so, like, just to kind of make the point, Justin was walking by, and I was like, Justin, you have fun? He's like, man, I ran into everything. He's like, I was hoping just to finish. I was hoping to just do it. And he's like, I hit everything. I wrecked the hell out of this truck multiple times. And so I'm talking to him, and I was like, hey, man, have you met Tyler? And or Tyler was just like, said something. He's just like, oh, you could have done what I did. And Justin's like, I don't know who the hell you are. Like, I don't know what you did. Yeah. And he's like, it was hilarious. Yeah. Tyler goes, I'm Tyler Reif. I was winning the race.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. Well, very nice to meet you. And, he's just like, well, you did a lot better than me and this and that. And so we started talking and everything. And Justin left. And I was like, well, there you go. You met a cup owner after, throwing away a truck win. Congrats.
Yeah.
You've made it. I was like, a 42 thrown away, plenty of wins, pal. But no, I thought he did a really good job.
It was cool to see that truck up front, though.
It was very cool. Yeah. I was super pumped. I was like, man, this is the best 40. No disrespect to anybody else that's been in it, but I was like, man, it was awesome to see that thing up front.
It was
because they obviously put like Ross in the 45, and he runs good, but like they got so many new people over there and everything. But no, it was cool. Cup race.
Yep.
We were fast, which was fun for me. That's got to be like the most fun road course spotting you've done in a long time, right?
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
always fun when you're running good.
Yeah.
Everybody's cutting jokes, having a good time. Yeah.
It was fun. It reminded me of like our normal races, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it just felt
right
normal.
at home.
Right at home.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. Were you on the side where you could see when I got spun in the chicane?
Yeah.
You could see that.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yep. I was there. I witnessed it.
Did you run to the other side so you didn't have to? Did you? I think I was completely fine. Like I was just disappointed that I didn't get refired quick enough and everything. Because when I rolled back
to get out of the way,
I kind of like let off the brake to kind of get out of the way, but also too like to kind of like position myself to like take off, retake off.
Yeah.
Well, I think the motor spun backwards, so it was just backfiring the whole time.
Could
trying
get
to
it
refired.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it. I was like, damn it, I should have just stayed in the way now and hope
Block
for
the track.
Yeah, block the track like Buescher did that one time.
Yeah.
I never even got a shot to see that until way after the race. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
But I thought that was
You just saw a whole gaggle of
no.
cars in front of you.
So
Because
the-
you were probably
I was
5 seconds behind all
I
of
was I was well behind because we just pitted, and we had the spotters could only see the exit of that corner.
Yeah.
And
so
all of a sudden I heard wrecking, and it was hilarious. It was so funny. I started dying laughing because you could tell that everybody in the front, or everybody like around me, was getting the same information.
Yeah.
But just at different times.
Yeah.
So you had like one guy like hand out the window like waving, another guy kind of going, and like everybody's just stopping on entry.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen the crash
Because the drivers don't know if someone's upside down
we
or
have
just
no
sitting
idea.
there. Yeah.
We have no idea.
Just wrecking.
Just wrecking. Maybe track block. Like
It's hard to
they
see.
were basically saying stop.
Yeah, definitely hard to see.
And so everybody just starts slowing down. Well, then like, because obviously like not the best spotters are in that corner,
Yeah.
right? Like not like or even not.
They're there to
normal
call a
spotters.
wreck or not to
They're
call a wreck,
literally
yes.
just there to call a wreck, not inside outside, just literally just wreck. That's their whole job.
Yeah.
In that corner, and it was hilarious because he didn't know what to say. Philip Smalley was in that corner. He goes, wrecking. Go. And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I started going. Well, then like some others, like, so everybody started going like randomly throughout the corner. And then once everybody saw it, then everybody went.
Yeah.
And so that's why like
Then they're
they
on
were,
top
like
of each other.
all 5 wide, like
Yeah.
on top of each other because everybody got told different information.
Yeah.
And like some people could see it. So they're like, oh, I'm going to stop. Some people couldn't. Like it was.
So they're on that
hilarious.
bus, right?
Yeah, they're on that bus.
Then
you
they're
know,
going.
behind.
They're going away from the bus, so
Yes.
no one can
So
see
nobody-
really what's going
Well,
on.
also too, with all the cars coming around the corner, if Buescher spun in front of all these cars that are coming around the corner,
Yeah.
Buescher's blocked, so they don't
Yeah.
see
They don't know if he's
what he's
sideways or going.
They don't know
again.
what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah.
So no, that was really funny.
Yeah.
But
But and to that fact, talking about spotting there, we had 6 total spotters. Some guys had 4. We went with 4, added more. One of your friends, Philip, Greg and Sean also helped us. Dawson was on the roof with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like having good guys up there makes my life a lot easier, especially because on a normal weekend I get to talk the whole time, right, and see everything, and I don't have to give control to anyone. So having a good quality group like we had was very beneficial.
yeah. Did you see Noah and Kevin Magnussen?
I did.
It was
I did.
awesome. Dude, I would have died if the picture of John Girard and Ricky Bobby and Magnussen and Noah is hilarious. And then Briscoe said, I cried laughing at the I play for keeps. If
Yeah.
Noah said that, that would have been all time. It would have been in every commercial of all time. It would have been in every commercial. I would have bought a Noah shirt after that.
How many times did he ask him why he wrecked him?
I think he still asked, like when
Still
he got
asking now?
no. When he got yes,
Yeah.
no, but when he got interviewed, well after the interview, he was still asking
Why?
why, what, like
I
why?
wish Kevin would have said just cuz.
No, he basically did.
Yeah.
He basically did because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
F off.
Yeah.
Like he basically did, and like, yeah, I never really. So like have you seen the like when they were running into each other?
Yes. I went back and watched
and the
it
whole
last
thing.
night to see like
Was
what
there
all
more-
started. That is what started it.
That cannot. There's no way that started.
So Kevin must have been watching you at 1.5 miles and was making all his time up on entry.
Okay.
Right? Fair. So that is what started it. Kevin was doing a great job of, just outbreaking people and jumping out of line.
Well, I mean, that's the only way you pass in like F1
Yeah,
and IMSA. And
So
everything.
that's exactly what he was doing. He did it to multiple people. And then when he got to Noah, he tried to do the same thing, but Noah saw it coming. So he was already protecting it.
Yeah, but like, what turn is that? What
That's
turn?
chicane.
No.
The one
the
before is
original,
12.
the first turn where they
12.
ran into each other.
The 12, yes.
12.
Yeah.
So,
12C or F or whatever they want to call it.
but like Noah stopped like really early, right? Like
It looked like he brake checked him.
that's
but-
where there's no
agree.
way that didn't there's got to be something from before.
I
are missing.
I watched before that, and that's the first thing that I saw.
There is no. Then Noah has played a lot of F1 video games, and he is pissed at Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah,
from
maybe.
Career mode.
Yeah, maybe so. To me, that's what started it. He was protecting the spot, and he knew that he was going to drive in deep because he just stayed over there. Like, he didn't even try and make the corner, the 4. Didn't even try to make any arc. So he stayed over there, got hit.
I mean, we all were doing that. Like, we were all like protecting it, but also too like hit or miss if you have a spotter over there.
Yes.
So like you can kind of like play ball a little bit there. Like,
but honestly, if he didn't have his head back, he's probably seeing stars with how hard he hit
for
him.
sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So he might not have been in his right mind the whole time after that, but how hard he got hit.
The defensive driving from Noah was pretty impressive.
It was.
For a while.
Yeah. And then the same lap into turn 2, Kevin kind of swiped him and got him a little free again, let him go, and then Noah gave him the finger, and then they started playing a little bumper tag after that. I think Noah might have hit him 4 times, and then Kevin hit him 3 times. The third time was the knockout.
So the thing is, though, like, if you're spotting for Noah in that situation, are you not telling him, like, hey, this guy has nothing to lose. He's only here once. He's not, like, are you not, like, if I'm Noah, are you not saying that?
Team de-escalation.
Yeah.
De-escalate. Yeah. You guys do enough of escalating your emotions. De-escalate on the radio as much as we can.
Yeah. Because like I was seeing like a lot of people like saying like how Noah, like what do you do to like get it back? Like,
well, he hit him the first time, got him the second time. The finger came out. Kevin out-braked him in the chicane, and then Noah popped him. And Noah popped him good enough to almost knock him in the fence. And I think at that point, it's like, okay, it's over.
Like I feel like the only reason this is a massive, like, I say massive deal, but like a bigger deal than it is because Kevin's not, because Kevin's not racing next week. He might not rent a cup car ever again.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's probably the biggest thing, because otherwise it would just be like, we've seen this stuff before.
Yeah.
It's normal, like, road course. I'm mad at you. Yeah. All right. Well, you're not getting by me.
This is when Noah gets him back right here.
Yeah. They go in the chicane, and then
I think at that point it's like, okay, you
game on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game on.
You junked him, you
got him back loose.
Yeah.
The whole shebang. Yeah. But I feel like it's way blown out just because of because going to Sonoma, just be like, okay, either, if Kevin Magnussen was a full-time guy, it would be like, okay, Magnussen's either pointing him by next week or he's getting spun.
Yeah.
But
it was entertaining.
I was very entertained.
Yeah.
I just needed a fight.
So no, I was rolling down pit road. I have all my stuff off, and
hang on. Well, I'll get back to that. Go ahead.
Well, we're rolling down pit road, and I look, and Noah is like this, because
he's out. He's just waiting on it
in street clothes, watching everybody roll on pit road, and I know I'm like the second to last car on a pit road, and I'm like first of all, I was like checking myself. I was like, did I do something to the 4? I haven't seen the 4 all day. Okay.
Is it bad you have to ask
and
yourself
then off time. But I'm just like, all right, no, I'm good. Okay. Did I ever see the 4 wrecked? I mean, clearly he didn't finish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, he's waiting on somebody.
For 40-ish laps. I think that wreck lap happened around 32-ish.
It did?
Yeah, it was early.
That was early?
It was early.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Stage early. 2 to go.
Yeah. So 38. Yeah.
Was that a caution?
It was. That was one caution.
Okay.
That's the one that ended the second stage.
Ended the second stage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so that's the thing. So most of the time, I pretty much can know. I watch the jumbotrons while I race, and
no TVs to watch.
Caution. No TVs to watch. Nothing to do. None of that. And a lot of times the cautions were self-cleaning everything. Cletus is calling me now. Hold on. Hello?
Brother, are you talking about right now?
You're on the air right now because we're recording right now.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah.
Or do I need to call in via the link?
Hit the link. They're saying hit the link so they can get, they want to be able to put you in the thumbnail.
All right, stand by. I'm coming.
All right. Pause. What a guy. Well, so he calls me on every podcast that he does and everything. And
Guest appearances.
so he called me. Well, he does his podcast at 7 a.m. So Dale does his at 8, 8:30.
Maybe it's a dad thing.
Cletus does it at 7 and whatever. And so legitimately, the Monday after Talladega, he calls me and he's like, "I don't know why you didn't answer." Bro, I'm in
Sleep.
I'm in bed. So then
Because they're not
next
active
week,
drivers. That's
no,
why.
Well, I know, but so the next week he calls me, and it wakes me up. But I look over and he's I was like, Cletus McFarland calling, and I was like, oh, I didn't answer last week. I got to answer. So I swipe, and I go, man. He's just like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm up, man. Or he's like, are you up? I'm up. What are you doing? And I do this with my eyes, as I'm waking up. I look around and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm just up. And I died laughing going back. But I 100% just woke up and I had no idea. I had no idea that I was in a daze. Cletus, do you hear us?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Well, so you call me all the time on the podcast, and I'm here. I got Tyler Green. He's filling in for TJ Majors. I'm Dale Jr. this week. I just figured I would call you. Did you watch San Diego?
Absolutely.
What do you think of the street courses? Would you be able to put? Would you be better at drifting around the street courses or driving a NASCAR around it?
Brother, I think I'd do good at a street course. It's a little more my style. All these guys have perfected turning left, so I think I'd have a little bit more even.
So I weirdly enough feel like I'm way better at the street courses than I am the regular road courses because I have defined limitations of where I got to go. You can only go to the outside wall and the inside wall. I don't know. I just feel like
I kind of see that
basic.
Plus chaos.
Less chaos.
Drive in chaos.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a natural winner. You're Carson freaking Hocevar, so obviously,
promo here.
How much that
that makes a lot of sense. But I do agree, and I started out in road course racing versus this turning left in an oval situation. Turns out way more complicated than it looks. So I like the idea of just here's where you got to go, and I can hit an apex. I can't necessarily run the groove in the perfect spot.
I tell you what, there's less pit stops in road course racing, less green flag entries for you.
That could be very helpful in my case. You know what I'm saying?
That's so good. That's pretty much all I had for you, brother.
I think next year we'll find out.
What's the next race?
Talladega, our track, our spot. I'll be at Dega in the Nice truck.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice truck. They almost had a shot to win that.
I know. I know. Dude.
I was pumped.
I was pumped, too. It's looking good.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for jumping on real quick. That's all I had for you.
Absolutely, brother.
But
you have a great.
I had to
keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Keep being a winner.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep it up. Well, that was Cletus.
So, anything else interesting happening in the Cup race?
The Heim Reddick deal.
Yeah.
So I never really saw it. So they were saying that Reddick basically accidentally ran into Heim and then he just pulled over. Is that what happened?
So Heim outbroke him into two.
Okay.
Gets by him. I don't think they ever touched when Heim passed him.
Okay. So they go through three.
This is 4.
Little touch there. That's fine.
Little crossover.
So they roll. They roll through.
Crosses him over.
Through to this is 5.
Going into 5.
Yep.
Outbreaks him.
Gets loose.
Little free. Moves up a little bit. Not much. I don't even
barely
know if they touched.
Taps. He just stops.
Supposedly. I mean, he was definitely slow. I don't know how much.
All right. I mean, I get it. 100%. I understand the maybe I'm not, the perfect, cleanliness driver to, put my opinion on this, but from I'm thinking from the fan perspective. If you are a race fan, does this not devalue how much the drivers want to win.
Yes.
Like, thank you. And especially too, it is different. So one of my friends made a good point. It would be different if Reddick was the guy running him down, right?
Correct.
The faster car running him down, got to him
And moved him
by accident and was like, oh, I want to do it right.
Yep.
Not the guy holding on, like probably like that he clearly felt like he had to make that move to cross over to hold him up. Like pretty much you watch Heim get back out in front. Reddick gives him 6 car lengths. Yeah. You pretty much turn your tee off. Yeah. Or like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. Or if you're the guys on the 45, like you obviously you'd be happy for the 67 guys.
But also too, you're racing for points. You're racing
for
regular season champ. Like,
and you are door to door with him. It's not like
you
just
didn't
punted him in the back bumper.
Like spin him out and like if he spun him out, like half spun him and like waited on him a little bit, but stayed in front of him, I'd be like, all right, little respect there. All right, whatever. But like you gave him 6 car lengths. You're slower than him, and you gave up any shot at the win. You're racing for the regular season championship, and two, the contact did it blow his tire?
I don't know when the tire went.
But so he basically, but
it was
still,
his
like,
left front that blew.
It was the left front,
so
it
should.
So
but he could have ran over
mattered.
something right here, but with how
Or
shallow
he might have hit the wall potentially. But but still, like I feel like NASCAR struggles from the prestige side, the credibility side. This is a massive race, right? Like call it a one and done. Crown jewel-ish.
Could be, yeah.
Just bragging rights a little bit, but throw the regular season points on the line out the window. You pretty much showed of like, winning is not that important to the fan perspective. Like the fan perspective would go, well, what the, like if I was a fan, I'd be like, what the like
I think winning the right way is the best way, but I don't think when you're door to door with someone and. I mean, Reddick was going to make the corner. It wasn't like he just ran in there and blasted him. When you're side by side, I mean,
he made an aggressive move and
may
got
not clear
loose
him,
and
but at least
barely
stay side by side with him.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. But I don't think Reddick clears him. Like even if he did like sort of a normal corner, I think Corey still would have been there.
And
Corey would have outbroke him, and then you race, or two, maybe you like let at least if you're gonna let him go in like the next corner to like make it look better for TV standards. Or
like your owner is Michael Jordan. Do you think like he's gonna give the opponent?
Imagine
he pushes
Michael,
Byron Russell, and then
imagine Michael like doing a dirty block and then getting the ball and be like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, or try again, or real quick. Hold on, here you go. Here's the ball.
If he had the ball and broke the guy's ankles and knocked him down, but then
no, it's the commercial. It's the
the timeout.
No. I touched the ball, coach.
Oh yeah,
I touched the ball. Damn it, Alex! It's a championship game. No, good sportsmanship. Pass it on. Like, dude, that's what it is.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't like it.
No. Well, it's just mess. I don't know. Like, if you're a team owner, sure. Like, because obviously, you don't want your cars running into each other. The whole deal. I feel like racing for the win. In this scenario and everything, that Reddick kind of has on the line of it's just so devaluing of like the sport, everything. And that's now the narrative. Like you could have this awesome battle for the win that Heim does, but now it's just like, well, Reddick, let him go. Yeah. And that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have two different guys. You're going to have the old school guys that say respect 100%, don't touch each other. Be respectful, win it the clean way. Then you have the new generation that everyone talks about that, puts people in bad situations, does things to win races. And I think there's a box you play in, right? You have the respect to not just run over someone, but you also have to position yourself to take advantage of people. And he positioned himself to take advantage of him by outbreaking him door to door. I don't think you necessarily let him go like he did, but at least let him gather it up and stay close to each other.
It just very much felt like when you're on iRacing or anything and you're racing with your buddies and you accidentally spin your buddy out and like, but you're not like racing, you're just like in a practice and you're just like running laps together. and you spin them out. And you're just like, all right, just gather it up and I'll wait on you.
Yeah.
But this is like a full blown cup race. Like you're hoping.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you're Reddick and you do that, you move him. When the 67 gets back to him, he's probably going to use him up, and that's fair game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anything, that's what I mean. Like if Reddick got in front of him going into the Red Bull corner and was like, oh, I'm probably going to get, kind of shipped here, or, now I'll get dirtied up here. And you move over and, kind of let him go. And then, like, hey, I let you go. And then you go back racing. I feel like that's better optically for sure than just stopping. I feel like that would have been better.
Just at least keep the position, not let him get 5 car lengths in front of you.
Yeah, especially pretty much like a lot of my buddies were like, yeah, we were like really interested in this battle and everything. And then it's just like, you saw that and it's just like, oh, well, now it's over. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, the race is over. But, oh, well. I mean, respect though. Whatever.
Hey, everybody, the 2026 season is in full swing, and we've already had some really incredible moments. That's why we love this sport, and when it comes to capturing those historical NASCAR moments, nobody does it better than Lmao Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. Their race win diecasts are some of my absolute favorites in my collection. The scuffs, scrapes, confetti, the damage, every detail that tells the story of that win, it's in these diecasts. These things look like they were pulled straight out of Victory Lane. And right now, Lmao Racing is offering free domestic shipping just for Dale Jr. Download listeners. You can use this promo code, Download26, at checkout. Head over to LionelRacing.com to lock in your favorite NASCAR moments into your collection today.
The walls repair, they got pretty good at that.
They did good.
They did really good by the end of it.
Yeah.
It
I
took
did think it was
while
cool.
for the first one, right?
Yeah.
First few.
The O'Reilly race, they actually, when Mayer hit the fence, they actually had to replace the wall and the fencing. When our race, it wasn't that bad, and they just drug it back out. But it was cool to see, like, when the manhole cover came up, instead of a normal welding truck, they brought out like a military truck.
Really?
Yeah, military truck with a trailer, and like the military guys were
ready to go.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then the next day for the Cup race, they had cement walls already on the military trucks, like ready to go, like they were prepped and ready. So that part was cool.
That is cool.
Did you see the truck practice one where the photographer jumps out of the way? And
yes, I saw that video.
That's when
Yes.
Justin hit the wall.
Yeah,
That was
when Justin hit the
insane.
wall. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
There was a guy behind the wall right where Justin hit it at the fastest corner, which a lot of us thought going into the race, based off the sim, was this sweeping really fast corner was not even really going to be a corner. It was basically a straightaway. You're going to hold it wide open.
Yeah.
But we all got there, and the slickest part of the track by far until it got rubbered up later in the Cup race. But like qualifying, practice, truck race, O'Reilly race, you were nervous to ever do that, go around through that corner.
But with the walls there, as fast as we were going, you don't want to have any issues like a photographer standing there. But I think those walls giving somewhat is beneficial.
It's way better.
Because like Chicago, I didn't know this, so somebody brought it up yesterday. Chicago, they butted up against the curb.
So that's where like with mine, when I hit, there's a tunnel there. No, there was a tunnel, like right behind the wall. So it hit the concrete behind the wall. Yeah. So like it moved a little bit, but it stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
So I think the wall giving was a good thing. Obviously, you don't want to break it, but
I mean, like with Ankrum, when he wrecked, it like broke the wall.
Yeah.
But that's good unless you like, it's perfect. It's perfect that it's gonna move until you maybe catch the other one and it rips the car open potentially.
Yes.
But luckily we didn't have that happen. And then you were not on the plane, but Luke, I'm pumped. Just everything in life, I'm hoping that I can get away with. Most people want to work hard to achieve what they want to achieve. I want to achieve what I want to achieve, so I don't have to work that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when I was going out to San Diego,
Diego?
Dude, you ever see Anchorman? Is that not how they say it? San Diego?
Diego?
San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
Come on, Tyler.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Sorry to interrupt.
Wait, have you seen Anchorman now? Though?
Yeah, have you seen Anchorman? No,
Probably.
that's
What
a
are we
no.
do-
Probably.
That's a no. That's a no. All right.
What are we doing? Carson,
I have.
No,
Will
I know.
Ferrell, right?
Help him
Yeah,
out.
all right.
Okay,
He's seen the clips. He's probably on TikTok. He saw the clips. See that, Gems. Yeah. But anyways, so we're going out there, and I line up my, I walk through the airport and look like an absolute clown. But I mean, I don't give but look like an absolute clown. I have Ethernet cords, a wheel, a pedal, a laptop, 6 bags around me. And I walk through the deal, and like there's other teams at the Concord FPO, and they're just like, now at this point they just kind of like laugh, and they're just like, yeah,
there's Hocevar.
Shocker. I mean, the week before I had a train horn walking through the FBO just blasting it, but they're like, yep, there he goes. And so I set it up. We're plugging everything into the airplane and everything. I'm lining it up, and you're not on our plane, but so Sparks, the crew chief of the 7, takes a picture of me, and he sends it to Jeff Dickerson, our boss, and Jeff sends back of, oh, that's awesome. I'm walking in to a meeting with Dan Towers and the whole deal about our future and our future state of the company, and you send me a picture of that. That's our future.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
There he is.
That's awesome. I'm in there in shorts with a little Logitech wheel on a desk.
Well,
desktop.
at first it was on your lap, all of it.
Well,
right?
at first it was on my lap because you're not allowed to put the tray table up, even in a private, G4 or whatever. You can't put a tray table
So
up.
you followed the rules on
So
the
I
plane,
followed the
right?
rules. So but like it was a full mad rush because I didn't realize with iRacing UI you had to have internet to load it up. Because you could test drive
Once it's
offline.
loaded, you're good.
You could test drive offline, but to get to hit test drive, you have to have internet. And so I didn't realize that. So I'm like on my hotspot, like hustling, and I'm like on my, I'm trying to calibrate my wheel, do everything before we take off. And like we're on like the
Stop
tarmac.
the plane. Stop
Yeah,
the
no,
plane.
I'm getting ready to be like,
pull the.
I'm
pull
getting
the
ready
lever.
to, start trying to pull the lever to hit the emergency brakes. And so I'm trying to load this thing up. We finally get it loaded. And so I'm making laps, doing everything. And, they're kind of like laughing, but like, they're like, okay, well, if this helps and everything, whatever. But obviously, 5th in practice, 2nd in qualifying, up front, stage points, both stages, have a shot to win the race. Now it's like,
out.
Man, we need to put that thing out every week.
Yeah.
Sonoma, you better be bringing it.
Have you talked him into a permanent?
No, I'm trying to.
Rig.
I don't know how we could get that to work because we don't have a Starlink, and I would really like to.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Well, when there's a will, there's $250,000 bill. So there's that for the internet. But we would have to like take the seat out, and I think we dry lease that plane. I think you break your lease if you start taking things off. So I'm like,
probably wouldn't like that.
Nah, they probably wouldn't.
But it worked.
But it did work.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to keep that up. But yeah, no, it was fun. I enjoyed that. But if I ran bad, like if we ran bad, then it would be like, all right, well, it's not worth it. It's not worth the headache. Don't leave the damn Logitech wheel at home and leave it all. Yeah. But they were like, Luke,
bring it every week.
Luke was like, bring that thing every week.
Keep it
he
consistent.
Was pumped.
How many laps did you run on the flight?
A lot. I mean, more minutes and hours than laps completed. I was wrecking a lot, so because the force feedback didn't work, so it was really difficult. Because I mean, you'd have a little bit of turbulence, and then then it doesn't match up with the bumps, and then the wheel has no force feedback. So I'm like, because I didn't get a shot to. I had to get the force feedback calibrated with internet, and so that was the only thing I didn't get done before we got off the air.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. But no, it was funny.
So you're taking it to Sonoma?
I am taking it to Sonoma. I'll take it to Sonoma. I mean, I don't know how many laps I'm gonna do because I do at least know Sonoma.
Yeah, been there.
But
been there a time or two.
but I have to bring it just now because.
I mean, what else are you gonna do during the flight though? Too, it's like
no, seriously. Yeah. Well, that was the biggest thing. Was like it's a long flight.
Yeah.
So it really helped. I mean, we started putting other people though on it. Matt McCall got on it, and I don't think he ever completed a lap, but he started to see a little bit of every corner at some point. But yeah, something we were talking about, Tyler, yesterday was the fact that the field is going to be pretty locked out here soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
new blood coming in.
New blood with Cruz. He'll, I think he's destined to take over 11 here soon. And like, Jesse Love, Zilich, myself, a lot of like, it was funny when I was in quarter midget racing, like 2010, somebody was like, we're talking about what we want to do. I was like, man, I think I'm going to make it to Cup. And they're like, why? And I was like, well, because it times out perfectly. Well, in 10 years, these guys are going to be out. These guys are going to be out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot less people here soon that will be like, going out. And there's basically, you're going to get to a point that the top 25, the only thing we're talking about is just if they're going to switch rides.
Yeah.
Less about who's going in and out.
Who's going to replace someone. Yeah, I agree with that. Like Denny being on the way out, Cruz possibly filling his seat, Zilich, you, Jesse, all those guys, feel like Josh Berry could still be going somewhere else in the Cup Series. Like, I feel like all the...
Well, like there's like, but like even too, like even like the guys that like a Zane Smith that is like front row,
Todd,
like Zane's too good that you're not gonna, even if he has a bad year, he could do it. Todd, it seems like they like him over there and he has some good runs, but like, the only thing is that they might switch teams and within the next 3-5 years, but like. Otherwise, they're probably going to be there for a very long time. That they're not going to look to switch them out. So it's like, okay, well, they're going to be there for a while. It's just like, man, like I think we counted like there's like 5 rides that within the next 3-5 years that they'll probably fill out with like a young driver, and then that's going to be your top 25 field-ish for the next 20 years.
So does this make new rivals in the Cup Series?
Yeah, probably. I mean, at some point you're gonna have your guys for the next however many years.
So do you feel like with the older generation getting older, you didn't have as many rivals? Everyone lived in the motorhome lot together, kids played together, wives shopped together. You have the new guys coming in that are eager to prove themselves. Do you feel like the racing is going to get better because of that?
Good point. I think ultimately, like, I think that's I haven't even thought of that I think it could, just from the standpoint of like, they're not all friends per se.
Yeah.
Not that they're all friends, but their wives aren't friends.
Kids
don't play together. Like I obviously can't speak from experience, but it's got to be awkward when you wreck somebody, or you get into it with somebody, or you're having a heated discussion, or you argue on pit road, and then you go over to your kids and they're playing with the guy you just had an accident with or whatever. And now they're either probably talking about like, oh, now we can't be friends, or now they're arguing and everything, and now they're not friends anymore. Like, I'm sure that's a weird dynamic.
It kind of like
and awkward.
Having to have a conversation with Harrison after Nashville when you allegedly got him.
The what?
Allegedly hooked him at Nashville under caution. I had to have a conversation. Same kind of theory. Yeah. Lessons learned.
Expensive day.
Yeah.
Speeding ticket.
But new rivalries could come out of it. Better racing. Well, I mean, maybe not better racing, but more entertaining racing.
The only thing that I hope does not follow to the Cup Series is I wish every TV person would stop saying Jesse Love and Connor Zilich are the best of friends. I wish they would stop that.
Are they not?
No, I know they are, but you don't have to say it in every interview.
It's the same thing as like Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas that always like it gets brought up every time.
No, but I'm just like, damn it! Like they can be friends, but it's like every interview. It's just like, what's it like racing your best friend that you go out with every night and
just
do everything with?
It's
just
about.
Like, but like that's not doing anything to help the sport. Like I feel like all it is just making the stereotype is like all the drivers are too close of friends, or too, they're not going to race each other super hard and everything. Like, I just feel like that's just feeding that even more. And now it's feeding it with like, the next guys in Cup. And it's like, I hope that doesn't, like, it's cute in O'Reilly, but I hope it doesn't translate to Cup from the TV perspective of everything.
Yeah.
Like, they could be friends and everything, and, they could talk about it, but it's, the second they're on the racetrack together, or the second they're in an interview, it's every time.
Yeah.
And it's like, like,
we need enemies, not friends.
No, I know.
For good quality racing.
Like, just put me and Corey Heim on a racetrack and just line us up and put us on the front row. And just let us have at it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But no, that's the only thing. But I've been wanting to say that for a while. It's just like, because like, obviously I was a fan, like watching them, go at it in the championship. But it's like, how can you set the promo like the whole championship is like how the whole championship promo was not like these guys are racing against each other. It's just two best friends are racing each other. Exciting.
Yeah.
And it's like, can at least for the 1 week the race for a championship, can we drop the friend? Like, I get it's an interesting question, but when it's like 38 to go, racing for a championship, we don't need to hear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
best friends.
Yeah, best. I mean, they are best friends. I mean, they're inseparable. I mean, it's awesome. I'm good for them. Happy for them. I feel bad for their girlfriends or whatever because like I think they have a bigger bromance than any relationship they could ever have. But I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
But
It's not your thing.
Not. Oh, I just don't want it. If I'm a fan, I don't know if I want to hear that every time.
Yeah.
It's like no, like
unless they race hard enough to, make each other mad.
So that's the thing. Wait to where they like run into each other or they like have an accident together or they run 1-2. It's just like, then bring it up.
Yeah.
But when you're bringing it up every time, it doesn't add the weight it would in that moment of just like, man, how's it feel when you just got, used up by your best friend? Or how does it feel when you just got drove around by your best friend, for the win?
Yeah.
It would add more weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a time and place for
There's
it.
a time and place. Like, if they just do it every time, then it's just
saturated.
like, it's just oversaturated.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I had. But I just haven't heard. I just feel like you've been seeing so much stuff about the silly season and everything, but you haven't been hearing the conversation of we are getting to truly the next era here of the field locking out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really, really difficult for Truck or O'Reilly guys to get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it time for the winner segment?
Speaking of rivalries.
Speaking of rivalries, that's a good transition.
Hang on. Let me ask you one thing.
Okay.
After the race, so leading into this, 67 restart. Are we going to restart, right? Leading, 45 gets by us. Driving the chicane, 67 rolls the center a lot quicker than you do, gets in the back of you and spins you out, right? You drive back to 19th after spinning out. After the race, we're always on guard when stuff happens, right? Like I'm on channel 2, like Dan's our car chief, CJ, all the guys. I'm like, hey, be at the car because I don't know what's going to happen. Or, hey, watch this guy because I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm standing on the roof, and I don't see you, and I don't see you, and I don't see you. There goes the 67. So I'm like, okay, well, he didn't go by the 67. What took you so long to get back to pit road after the race?
So I crossed the line. I kind of took my helmet off, took my gloves off and everything. And I just went really slow. And I just enjoyed the views. Like I was like, I was like throttle whopping at like fans and waving at them and everything. Cause like a lot of them were cheering and like they were probably like, yeah, first lead lap finish on a road course. Congrats.
I'm sure they do that.
Yeah. But no, I was just going super slow. Like I was like, we're not going to come back here. Or good shot of not ever
maybe
experiencing this. And I was just really happy with my performance and everything. I felt like we did a really, really good job on like the car and direction. And, so like, I was like really content with like, and we like went back forward. Like we ran down the pack and then passed some more cars to get some more spots. So I just went really slow and like got to like
just embrace it with
the fans. And, I looked like a parade lap on a local night. Like I was waving and I was like, hey,
they probably thought you won the race.
No, seriously. I was like, I was joking. I was like, man, I was not robbed of victory.
Yeah.
But the fans were.
Yeah.
They were going to see the greatest celebration of all time. Because somebody asked me, they're like, what happens if you win? What are you going to do when you win? And I was like, number one, I was like, bro, of course, I'm not winning. But I was like, dude, if I do win, I tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to roll over to turn 7. And I know exactly where a gap is. I'm going to stop my car. I'm going to roll out. I'm going to run over towards the aircraft carrier, and I'm going to go jump in the water, and I'm going to have a Navy guy come get me out. And then I'm just going to try to go find the aircraft carrier, or I'll go try and I wanted to go drive. I knew exactly where a gap was. I was like, man, what if I went into the center of the military base?
Past the guys with AR.
No, not past the damn eight. No, on turn 7 turn 5. You know, like where the buildings were, and you could turn
where
left.
the bus was.
No, you could turn left where the hangars were and stuff.
Okay.
I was just wanting to turn left and just go see what was around there,
Just
and I was
drive
just gonna go do a burnout there. I was just like, I'm just gonna go do a burnout in a random spot on this racetrack that they wouldn't expect me to just go do a burnout. I was just gonna do it right in the military, like right in the middle of the racetrack, around and do it. I mean, I probably got like they would have not been thrilled about me. They probably wouldn't have even had cameras there, but somebody with an iPhone would have saw it.
Yeah.
They would have been pumped. So that's where I was like, that's where I just kept reminding myself. It's like I was not robbed.
Yeah,
the industry was, but it was gonna be. But no, I was just really happy with my performance, how fast we were, everything. That I was just like, I kind of like had the talk pre-restart to myself of just like, I don't know, for whatever reason, like I was just like, this is all gravy, this is all house money, just whether last restart of the day, we're leading the race at a road course.
Yeah.
Not really on strategy. A little bit on strategy, but we went, the strategy got us from 3rd to 1st.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, I'll call it not strategy.
Yeah. Strategy plus a good car.
Strategy plus good car, the whole deal.
Yeah.
But no, but that's why I was really slow, is I, had my helmet off and everything.
Soaking it in.
Do you think we were going to fight?
Not necessarily. I mean, the way you didn't say anything on the radio after it happened, I knew you're okay.
Nah, I mean, I felt like that was 4 years coming, ish.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fair.
Yeah. Have you had a conversation with him at all?
Yeah, Denny said you asked for his number.
I did.
Yeah. He didn't know what happened.
I did. No, I was wondering that.
Yeah, he said on his show that he thought you were
just
wanting to congratulate.
him.
Then he saw what happened. He's like, oh, had no idea.
No, I'm. I mean, obviously he is very good, and I'm looking forward to racing his ass off for 20 years. But like, I don't know. I do enjoy racing him. Like on the truck side. Like I remember Texas. I like looked down pit road to look at the Tricon trucks, and like I looked over, and I was like, I wanted to see who was in the one this week, and I was like, it's not Heim. I was like, okay, we'll win this week, no problem. I think we can beat him, but like it's just like it's gonna be probably between me and him, or I think the Tricon trucks are probably the best trucks, but he's definitely by far the best at like taking advantage of them, and everything
for sure.
So, but no, I was, but also too, like I probably would have been more like, damn it, other places, but like road course, I was like, I was just happy I was fast. Like I was just happy. I was enjoying it and everything, and I was just in a good spot that week and everything. But I was just pumped that we were fast. That was ultimately the goal.
Yeah, good weekend on the 77.
It was great. Yeah, I was happy about it. We were 5th in practice, got stage points, whole shebang.
Almost got SVG in qualifying.
I know. If I didn't miss the chicane, I overdrove the chicane.
Yeah.
At
least you both did it. Like if you're
he did it too. So that's what made me feel at least somewhat better too, is that he did it too. Like he wasn't thrilled with his lap. So I was like, okay, well, like I'm not thrilled with my lap, but neither is he.
Yeah.
So
and
if
you're still close.
If he has his best lap, it would have been better than mine. So I'm like, deserving second.
Yeah.
Deserving second.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good.
So you were gonna talk to him today, but he's out west, so unavailable. So will you reach out to him or
no? Well, I mean, I was excited to do the interview. I was excited to do the winter segment here, but they must not have cell service in California. Can't call in.
Time zones.
Time zones. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock there. It's early. Whatever. I mean, I had a good few questions.
Yeah,
I was ready to go. I was gonna ask him what his next cup race was. I was excited. Go racing. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
No, I just didn't know. I was like, I bet he's on. I wonder if he's on the entry list.
He might be in the truck race.
He wasn't on the entry list. There is no truck race this week.
No, Wilkesboro be the next one.
When is his next cup race? Chicago.
Chicago, 2 weeks.
AI.
There you go.
Love AI. No,
Whatever you need, just Google it.
Hey, this is Dale Earnhardt Jr., and for all the latest Dale Jr. download gear, including the I'm'll Drink Some Beer t-shirt that we've been talking about here around the office, head over to shop.dirtymomedia.com for all the latest merch.
Any good Dale Jr. stories you want to tell anyone?
Good
Or
Dale Jr. stories. I don't know.
tie it all back in?
What's your first Dale Jr. story?
Probably that picture I sent you the other day of when I was probably 7 or 8, and my dad was running the Busch Series. My Uncle Jeff they were all racing against him in the 3. And I had my Dale Jr. T-shirt on, supporting my dad, but supporting him at the same time. And I think I went over to him after a race and got his autograph. I don't know if my family was very thrilled about it, but I was excited. So I'd say that's one of my earliest memories of him. Just my dad and uncle was racing against him, right? Like Dale Earnhardt being the legend he was, and then Dale Jr. being the new kid coming in when my dad and uncles were racing each other.
So for the people that don't know, you raced yourself.
Yep.
When did you stop racing?
Probably 7 or 8 years ago when I started spotting more. Did go-karts, junior dragsters, bandoleros when we moved over to Charlotte, when my dad started running the Dr. Pepper car in 99. Ran bandoleros against Logano, Kyle Grissom, Steve Grissom's son,
Hemrick.
Matt Martin. Yep, Hemrick was running, Austin Hill. So we started running Legends cars. They had those big races, the big money races. Daniel won the first one. I won the third and fourth one. Unfortunately, the first one was the big paying
The
one,
million, right?
250 to win.
Yeah.
The other two that I won were 25 grand. Well, 25 grand and 2,500.
Oh, that's a big drop off
Yes,
in the
big
last one.
drop.
Oh,
So it
God.
was- I think it was 250, then 100, then 25, then 2,500.
So the opposite of what you would expect. Like they
Right.
normally build it up. They just blew
Yes.
their water right at the
yes.
start.
So it was all in one, the first one. Finished like 5th. Top 5 in all of them, but the last 2 I won. But they were the least paying. Austin Hill actually finished second to me, the second to last one. So Legends cars, did some late model stuff, went to the fairgrounds in a late model stock and raced against pro late models. They gave us a weight break, but
Oh, God.
yes, ended up like 8th, I think.
Mhm.
So it wasn't bad. Had a good time. That was super cool.
What
Fairgrounds, National Fairgrounds.
stopped? What was the? Was it financial stopping? Was it just life stopping it?
A little bit of everything. With the Legends car stuff, the way the tires were, we cut them ourselves. Then you had to go test and break them in before you can even race them. So like the money side plus the time side, and then I started spotting for my dad on the weekends. And even before that, with my dad racing, I didn't always race on the weekends because he was gone. Like I always raced with him. So if he was home off weekend, we go run the late model. But if he wasn't off, then we would have to go to the racetrack for him, right? So didn't get to race a whole lot because of that. And then I started spotting for him, saw a career path in it. Feel like spotting is the second best thing to driving, helping the guys I spot for as much as I can on the driving side. Always had aspirations to do it. Kind of wish I would have stuck to it a little longer just to see, what I could have done. Like Corey LaJoy was in the same path I was. Like I said, Hemrick. Obviously, you need funding, right, to get the opportunities. But it would have been interesting to see how I would have done. And then my cousin Austin, right? He's got an opportunity the last couple of years. Has done really well. Definitely a great road course racer. Like I felt like I was pretty good in the road course stuff too. So I would have loved the opportunity. But like I said, spotting second best to driving, and I've had a great time, especially since I started spot for you. So
I was just saying the money probably was probably pretty spread thin in the greenhouse.
Oh, yes.
Just for the fact there were so many
Yeah.
so many greens
So
racing.
many of us.
Like
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, a little here, a little here.
Yeah.
Like once you sponsor a green, you sponsor them all basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. No, I've never really asked why you stopped.
Yeah. Even piggybacking off of what you said, when I was coming up in racing, I was at the wrong time.
Yeah, it was locked.
It was
You
a lot
were
of
at where it
timing.
was locked out.
Yes. And now it's kind of opened back up to where you're coming in. So life's about
'cause
timing.
You were
right?
you were at the era of the Boston Reeds of the world where they get 2 shots
Yes.
in a Busch car, and
Yeah.
if you didn't win them, you're done.
Yeah.
Like it's like everybody had a Hendrick, Gibbs, whatever team was around then, development deal, and then well, it's cool. You're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So money,
Timing, everything.
the whole deal. Yeah.
You never did ASA? Never did any of
No,
that?
just late model
models?
stocks. Yeah.
And then that was your
Langley.
own stuff?
Yeah. Me and Dad built all our stuff. If we could build it, we wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
It was always our mentality, the old school racer stuff. So I always enjoyed taking my car apart, building it through the off season, winter time, putting it back together. Sam Mayer ran for us in Legends cars.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Sam McCall, who is the crew chief of the 20 O'Reilly car, him and I were good friends. We'd always work together, rebuild our cars together. Mike Snyder ran for us. So we've had a few people run through our Legends car stuff, but I always had aspirations to drive, but just didn't work out. Just
That's
got
why
to
I
come
think
hang out with you.
our team's unique. Like you raced,
Mhm.
Nicholas Soa, our lead engineer, he
Yep.
still
racing today.
races.
Yeah.
Well, he thinks he races. We tell him he doesn't. He just kind of rides around.
He tries hard.
But he tries
he
really
works
hard.
hard.
No, he does. Well, he kind of got screwed that when he was coming up, I don't know how they do the Legends cars, like formatting of like what series you're in. But when he was coming up, like he was pretty good, but now he's like hobby racing.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is he's still like in the class he was when he was growing up,
Yeah.
trying to become a race car driver.
Yeah.
So now he's like with the guys trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
He's not in the hobby racing. So he's kind of dealt a bad hand on that one. And then Luke raced himself too. So like everybody on our team that has like a deciding factor raced. And then even like Jeff, like he would tell you for sure that he attempted racing, did not do a lot of racing.
Yeah.
But he did a lot
Another
of
try hard.
midgets
Yeah.
and never ran sprint cars, but midgets and everything, and he flipped a lot.
Yeah.
But like everybody that has like a deciding factor on the 77, like obviously me, but like between you, Soa, Luke, and Jeff, like all have racing feedback and experience.
Yeah. Even Matt McCall, our competition.
Yeah, even
director,
Matt. Like he was fourth in media week in the Gong Show.
It's very true.
I remind him of that every time. He was fourth in media week. It was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
No, I remind him that all the time. When he was on the sim, when he pile drove that thing in the wall, I was like, "Yeah, that's fourth in media week right there, pal. Yep, showing us how you did it."
He loves it.
No, he had to put the driving line on. I want to put that out there. I make him put the driving line on.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, he had to put the driving line on. That's rough.
That's funny.
If he had the driving line on and the Gong Show, he maybe would have made it. Love you, Matt. Love you to death.
Hell of a late model racer.
Hell of a late model.
Yeah.
So I spotted for him.
Yeah.
Remember
Well,
that?
So he won Southern National twice, and I was spotting for him. But then
Wait, you
I
spotted
did-
for him
I-
when he
the,
won?
The 2 races he won back to back, I spotted for him, and then this last year I didn't get the call
damn, there's
to
so-
spot for
no,
him.
I
So
got the call.
Wait, did he win when you spotted, Carson?
Hell no. He ripped the nose off lap
Huh.
0. Like lap 0. Legitimately. So he's like always on me. Like me and him fight tooth and nail. We fight all the time.
He keeps Carson honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the uncle of the team.
No, me and him argue all the time of like, I don't think there's a thing called, there's I think saving tires is a myth. You can manage your tires. You can manage them. You can manage the heat. You can manage the wear. You cannot save them. You can physically not go slow unless you went like ridiculously slow. But you cannot go realistically slow enough to have more tire later. Eventually they just get hot and they wear the same they're basically going to wear. And sometimes you go slow enough that you're sliding them more and you end up wearing them more.
This is a big
I don't know.
debate. Just so you
Big
know.
debate. And so he thinks I'm full of and I might be, but I'm not letting him believe that. And so anyway, so we go tooth and nail. So he, argues with me all the time about patience and everything and racecraft and tire saving. And I'm like, all right, well, Southern National late model race, tires wear completely, perfect timing to, show me how to get it done. Legitimately, corner 1 drives through this guy, knocks the nose, a hole in the nose, hole in the hood, and is then out the guy in front of us. I'm like, dude, you just ran into him. Like, I thought we were saving. We were saving tires.
Yeah.
And we literally get through the gears, and then it's like, all right, guys, if you could get a chance, can you walk down to the front stretch, check the nose? We just hit something. So no,
he just wanted to make you feel right at home.
I'm
aggression level high.
just loving the crossover we have at Spire. Like everybody's just been everywhere. Like you worked with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Dickerson was Matt's agent at some point.
Yeah.
Luke and Matt and Sparks all worked together at different race teams. You spotted Wait, so hold on. Did you spot with Matt for the late models when you were spotting for him
McMurray.
with McMurray? Okay, so that's the crossover.
Yeah.
So you were Matt McCall's spotter, obviously, on Cup with
Yes.
Jamie McMurray and then Kurt Busch, right?
Yep.
So he was racing the late model at that time.
Yes.
So that's why the timeline.
Yes.
I thought it was further
Before that.
I was like,
No.
wait, because I had always heard Matt was a badass, but like he must have came back and ran
He
those
did.
races.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
like when he was in
It
his
wasn't
prime
like when
late
he was in
model
his
stuff.
prime,
Yeah.
like trying to go racing, go to
Yeah.
NASCAR.
When he wasn't doing full time. Yeah.
When he wasn't doing it full time. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for Ask Junior. I know I said that Carson Hocevar would be hosting the show, but I like doing this part. This part's fun. So me and TJ are here for your questions. Xfinity's waving the red flag on internet price hikes, and they're waving the green flag for savings. You get the speed and reliability that you need in your Wi-Fi locked in for one price in 5 years. It's a hell of a deal. No surprises, no late yellows, just straight to victory lane. We've got a winner, folks, and it's Xfinity. Imagine that. Let's get to your questions.
One of the big questions a couple weekends ago we didn't get to was what was it like in victory lane again with Nicole and getting in the car?
Nicole, that was fun. We were at Pocono, and I went up to Justin before the race started. I told all the drivers this. I said, my girls are here. If you win, I'll hope you'll try to win, get us to victory lane so the girls can enjoy that, because I love giving them the opportunity to have those experiences. Justin said, if I win, they should go for a ride in the car. Well, he's done this with his own girls. So I thought, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know if they'll get in there. So we win the race. Justin's pit is down at the end of pit road, so we are running toward the flag stand where he's doing his burnout. We get about halfway there, and Isla says she doesn't love the smoke, doesn't want to go any further. And I grabbed Nicole's hand. I said, come on, Nicole, you want to go? And she's like, yeah. So we run up there, and I get to the wall, and I said, okay, Nicole, you want to go over closer to the car? And she says, yep. And so I'm all right. We'll go closer. So we get over to the car because I'm waiting on her to say, nope, don't like this.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Too loud, too noisy, too hot. We get over to the car, and Justin is perfect. And I've said this a million times, how good he is inside and out of the car. And this is what I'm talking about. We get over there, and he kneels down and just gives her this perfect little fatherly talk of, hey, you want to ride in the car? It's going to be fun. You and your dad can get in there.
Yeah.
I'll do. It won't be loud. It won't be this. It'll be fine. You'll be
Comforts
safe.
her.
Yep. And she's like, yeah, I do. And so right in the middle of all the going on there, him waving, celebrating with the crowd and all that, he stops, gets down on a knee, and has this little quick conversation with her. And I'm like, all right, you wanting to do this for sure? She goes, yeah. And so I climb in the car. Well, the damn floorboard's burning up.
Yeah.
And Hollywood, he's standing there. He's like, Dale, it's hot. Be careful. Go sit on it. And I'm like, well, I got her coming in here, so I can't get on my knees or whatever. So I've got to sit down. So she's got somewhere to rest. So he takes his jacket off, his top,
Yeah, it's fireproof
top, and puts it under my ass, and I sat on that. And then she'd come in there and sit down, and they gave us the checkered flag, and she's holding it, and I'm holding her hand and make sure the flag don't go anywhere. And I'm like, all right, we're just going to wave and woo, we're just going to wave and holler. And she waves and hollers all the way there to victory lane. I'm listening, looking at her. She's, woo, yeah, all the way there. She had a blast. And the best part about this is yesterday we were in my truck driving, and she goes, hey, Dad, you remember us riding in the car with that guy? And I said, Justin? She goes, yeah. In the race car? I'm like, yeah, I remember. She goes, I wasn't scared. Kind of makes me want to try to be a driver.
Oh.
And I was like, really? She goes, kinda. I'm like, all right. Like, we need to tell your mother immediately. It was hilarious.
Yeah, because Isla's always been kind of the opposite, hasn't she?
What's that?
Isla's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
She does really
Isla doesn't want nothing to do with noises and loud stuff and
fast, anything.
yeah, anything abrupt and aggressive.
TJ, have you been able to take your kids to victory lane?
No, but I took him to the go-kart track one time. Stella actually loves to drive. She has no fear. She is nuts. Madeline's kind of like Isla. She just, it's not really for me. But Stella is the one that she has no fear.
Gotcha. Next question, fan wanted to know, what was the free agency like for you, Dale, when you're trying to decide between where to go? Hendrick, JGR.
Man, it was awesome. Back then, there were a couple really good options on the table, and so I talked to Richard Childress about the 3. I talked to Joe Gibbs a lot about the 18, and obviously, talked a lot to Rick. And I wanted to go drive for Rick really bad. I felt like Hendrick, I don't know, there's a family connection there. My grandfather worked there at Rick's forever. They were very close. Rick treated me like family. And I'm glad I made that decision. I always wonder what it would have been like maybe to go to Joe Gibbs and race there. And the connection to Washington was a big deal for me.
Yeah, you had some emotional pulls for you.
Yeah. I couldn't go to Richards to do the 3, and I didn't want to go to Richards and do any other number.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that was just setting myself up and him and everybody up for it was never going to be good enough, no matter how much success we had. That would have just been a real challenge. And so, yeah, I'll always wonder what it might have been like to race with Joe and his family. They're very loyal to their drivers. And I felt like I would have been well taken care of. But I'm glad I made the decision I made. Rick was equally loyal. There was some years, the very, very down years, where I think a lot of drivers would have been let go. There, he hung on to me. And we fought to find a good balance and a package or setup that worked, and we finally did with Letarte. And me and Steve, we talk about it all the time, that little run that we had and how good we had gotten as a team. And we're very proud of it.
What was it like? You hear sometimes a free agency like clandestine like meetings with teams or whatever. Was it very like hush hush when you're going to meet with a team?
Oh, yeah.
Or?
Super duper. Yeah, I went all the way to Washington to meet with Joe. And we were at Dan Snyder's house. Joe wanted us to meet there, and I guess they thought that the Washington, at the time, Washington Redskins connection was a big plus in the negotiation. And we walked into this house. It was awesome, really intimidating, honestly. Hard to think about racing and working with Joe. And in that environment, it was hard to like think about what racing at Joe Gibbs would be like. And Joe gave us a term sheet, and the numbers on that made me physically nauseous because it was so big. Like I had been racing with DEI for a long time under a very modest contract, which I knew was way undervalued comparable to what we were doing and what others were doing. And when I saw what the value was out there for me, and that was the first time, I think the first time I got a term sheet was through Joe Gibbs, it was insane. I was like, holy Kelly. I said, we got to go home. I was like, we got to go home. We got to talk. We got to go home. Like, I don't know what Rick's going to put in front of me. But I'm ready to leave. Like it didn't make me not want to do it. It just made me want to go home and sit down and get somewhere safe and
get back in your home
calm
place.
down. Yeah. And then go and look at, it was just me and Kelly doing this together. We had nobody else.
Which is wild when you think about it nowadays.
And so it was me and Kelly, and I'm looking at her going, holy you believe what they want to give us? And she's sitting there going, she's got a business mind, and she's like, absolutely. I think this is a fair. I'm like, fair? Holy moly, this is like life-altering. And I wanted to leave, so I said to Kelly, I was like, don't you think we need to go home and sort of think about this? And I still want to meet with Rick, and still want to go through this process? And she's like, absolutely, yes, we're going to do that. I think we'll go out there and we'll tell them this is awesome. We want to go home and think about it. We've got a few other things to consider. So we walk out of the room and we go over to this living room area where Dan and Joe and all them are at. And we said that very thing. And Dan Snyder said, you're not leaving here without signing that. He's like, you're going to sign that tonight. And Dan Snyder started throwing all kinds of other things into it, the pot, ownership of this business and stock in this and stakes in this. And I'm like, hey, stop. I was like, I can't sign this. I need to think about this. This is a massive, what you've put in front of me is so overwhelming that I have to think about it. I've got to take a couple days. And Joe was like, I understand, no problem. And I was like, I'm so thankful, but I'm just in shock. So yeah, that was the first meeting. We never had a sit down full that I remember. That I recall. We never had a real full sit down pitch with Richard and the three. And then I went to see Rick, and he tried to give me a term sheet, and I said, "You don't show that to me." I was like, I don't even want to see it. I was like, you and Kelly discuss the numbers, and y'all can handle it. I don't even want to look at that. I don't even want to know what you're going to pay me. I said, I want painted side skirts. I want my car to look badass. I know your cars will be fast. I'm going to have fun driving them. I want them to look cool. You're going to pay me a ton of money that I probably don't deserve. And if it's anything like what they pitched me at Joe Gibbs, it'll be enough.
So as long as they pretty much met that, you were going to go to Hendrick.
Yeah.
And did you ever give Joe a chance to?
No.
Could have got more.
I don't think I would have not been comfortable asking for more.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, someone asked, did you get a John Riggins card this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Or last weekend at Pocono?
At Pocono, I got a card from a fan, and dude, he told me his name. I'm so apologetic.
Mike?
Let's say it was Mike. He gave me it's a $35 card, but I mean, listen, it doesn't matter. I am a massive Washington fan, so this card it could have been worth $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter to me. It's amazing. It's a Joe Gibbs. So it's a John Riggins, modern John Riggins numbered, like orange refractor, some bull refractor because there's 1,000 of them. But it's a badass card, PSA 10, and I'm throw that right in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
TJ, what's a card that doesn't value-wise isn't much, but you either want or have?
Same thing. Any Buffalo Bills players, honestly.
Is there is there one that's like obviously Josh Allen, but is there like a Buffalo Bills player that like?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you see like a Jim Kelly or a Thurman Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
like those were heroes to me when I was young, kind of like him with John Riggins. Like those were like, the guys.
I think both Riggins and Thomas, I think, are underrated players that don't.
Andre
really,
Reed would have been another one.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are awesome players.
Yes.
Another question. Person wants to know, what is your go-to candy bar? Like I'm a Snickers P1.
Right now, it's probably the Hershey bars that are Oreo cookie.
Oh, those are good.
So I like them a lot.
Oh man, dude, I'm glad you asked this question. I am. So I was gonna run this on Bless Your Heart, but we went to Hershey Park during the Pocono weekend and had a great time. But I gotta know, man. We give Hershey, we pick and joke about Hershey, and how much fun we have at the theme park. But I wondered why it feels to me like Mr. Goodbar. When we're talking about candy bars, I think the Mr. Goodbar candy bar is a top 3 of all time. And I don't know why. I feel like it's suppressed a little bit.
Because it's not top 3.
What is it? I don't think I've ever had
It's
one.
peanuts and a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It's
Missing.
good.
It is.
I would go Snickers Twix Crunch Bar
Crunch.
over
Really?
good. Yeah.
All right. So let's think about it. Let's just. I appreciate your opinion, and I share. There are some good candy bars out there. Let's stay in. Let's just go into the Hershey family. Okay. Just the Hershey family. When you get that assorted bag with Hershey's, Crackle, and which ones are you eating out of there first?
The Crackle, the regular crunch
What?
ones. The crunch ones.
Not
Right?
the Mr. Good Bar?
No.
No.
Wow.
A good
No.
bar's good. That's
Yeah.
I feel like it's better than good, and I feel like that Hershey doesn't.
well, it'd be a great bar then.
Well, I feel
I
like
go with the crunch first, man. Crunch is just classic.
I feel like that Hershey isn't maximizing its potential.
I think they know what they're doing.
They've
been around long enough.
One of them
they
has to
probably
be the
know.
sleeper. It's underrated. I'll give you
They
that.
don't. I don't think they want it outperforming the mothership,
Yeah, you can't have it.
and it could, and it would, and it should.
I don't know. I think it's different now.
It's just peanut allergies. It can't outperform.
That's what I was
it.
gonna say, man. There's so many peanut allergies nowadays that it's just.
Just cause your daughter has a peanut allergy,
It's not just mine. It's a
I-
lot.
I know, but dude, I mean,
But that's why.
Yeah.
well, there's peanuts in a lot of candy bars. Some that you mentioned, Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that holding the Snickers back?
But Snickers isn't just a chocolate bar and like little peanuts.
Oh wait, but you can still have a reaction to it,
But it's
regardless of how many peanuts are in there.
But it's so good that it's able to
your
overcome
their
the peanut
logic
allergy.
is flawed because you've just mentioned candy bars you like that have peanuts in them.
But there's the how it's made is able to overcome the peanut allergies. Like the good, like that's just not.
I don't know what you're
A
trying to
Snickers
say.
bar is made better. It's got more than just chocolate and peanuts, and the
TJ,
peanuts are better.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
Can
but
your
yeah.
girl eat the
She-
Snickers?
She's going to avoid that as well, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yep.
That doesn't seem to hurt their ranking
because
on the.
it's better though, so it's able to overcome it.
All right. I like the Mr. Good Bar. I think a lot of people do. I think that it is underrated and doesn't get the credit it deserves for being as good as it is.
And it probably never will.
And it probably never will
Yeah.
because I don't think Hershey's needs it to kick ass.
I just think there's.
God, it's good.
I do
When
think it's got things against it now, though. Like the peanut allergy definitely plays against that.
But there's a lot of peanuts in a lot of candy bars.
Yes, but it's never going to top anything because it's just straight up peanuts.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, oh, it's
Like
got peanuts in
Reese's.
it for sure.
Can she eat Reese's Cups?
No,
All right.
But
but Reese's is kicking ass.
but it's not.
Yeah.
It's how it's made. It's what.
No.
Yes,
Dude, he just told you she cannot
No,
eat
I'm not.
them.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know that if you have peanut allergy, you can't eat this. But I'm saying.
Well, he says that's a big factor.
But it is. But some things are able to overcome peanut allergies because of how it's
No.
made, and they're not the same.
You think it's made differently so it succeeds?
No,
on...
no, I'm not talking about.
No, I'm saying what's wrong with how the Good Bar's made? It's made just fine.
But it's not as good as a Reese's.
Why not?
It's not.
It's just not.
It's definitely not because
I think it's as good.
I don't think it's as good. You can also there's substitutes for the peanut butter cookies. Like
I
they
want to
use
hear from the Mr. Good Bar fans out there.
they substitute that sun butter stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can substitute sun butter for like if you make or bit like I don't know. You can substitute stuff to get similar to that, and they don't do it from Mr. Good Bar.
All right.
Honestly, I kind of forgot Mr. Good Bar was existing.
Yeah. I mean, it is underrated. I'll give you
It
that.
is.
I feel like that's a good place for us to stop.
He's done with you.
All right. Well, thank you, Xfinity, for waving the red flag on internet price hikes and raising the green flag for savings. You get more speed and reliability and the Wi-Fi you need. Locked in, one price, 5 years, no surprises, no late yellows. Straight to victory lane, just how you like it. We've got a winner, folks, and it's Xfinity. Imagine that.
All right, this segment of Dirty Modo is brought to you by FanDuel. I can't actually bet on the races, obviously, but we can talk about it and who we think will do well. This week we go to Sonoma. Obviously, sort of same contenders we have, every week at the road
Same
courses.
heavy hitters.
Same heavy hitters.
Yep.
Who's your pick? Who looks good? Other than the 77.
What about the 71? Can I say the 71?
Yeah,
Teammate?
he does
Keep
look
it in
good.
the teammate
No,
stables?
I think he has the best average finish at Sonoma.
Yeah, he does really good on
He
road
does
courses.
really good.
The Sonoma is probably one of his best places.
It's their Super Bowl.
It's true.
It's like
Really?
this, like
Yeah.
this is the ours is probably Atlanta, like where I'm most excited going into it.
Yeah.
Michael's is probably Sonoma,
Yeah.
like where he's most excited. So
Pretty good weekend at San Diego. Not the best, not what they wanted, but a good weekend for points. So they're trying to get themselves in the chase.
They need to dig out of the hole. So, like, I mean, if you're going to come to a race where you're going to dig out a hole, this would be one.
Yeah.
SVG, obviously, is going to be tough.
Yeah.
He, obviously, I think, was expected to win.
Everywhere on the
Well,
ropers.
last week especially. The way everybody was saying that he was going to win, and, you know, the question wasn't if he was going to win, it was just how margin. I was like, oh, he's getting wrecked. Like, at some point, something's going to happen. It's going to be similar to, like, Chicago when he went there the second time. Everybody's like, oh, he's just going to dominate. Which he was super fast, but at some point you get stuck in traffic. It's just like, the universe is going to universe.
Yeah. Cars
You're actually-
change.
The interesting thing though is that he was getting passed early in the race. It wasn't like he was dominating.
Got him.
Yeah, got him. Got him
Like-
for one corner.
And it wasn't
No,
like
he was saving so much tire though. But I don't know how good his car was.
Yeah, like I don't like even if he was in the race, I don't think he was a guarantee to win.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Everyone was lined up saving, and we were saving just as much as he was, and we were backing up, and like Blaney and a few guys were going forward. So I think
I don't think his car was great. I think as the track rubbered up at the end,
It would've been better.
his car would have shined.
Which Sonoma's
but
gonna
with
be
the
that way.
most, but with how much tire wear we had at the start, his car was vulnerable.
yeah, I agree. And Sonoma, everyone will be pretty much on an even playing field.
Yeah.
Versus San Diego.
Yeah, it's gonna be, they're gonna have a good balance. They're gonna have a good setup. It's not gonna be a like I felt like at San Diego you might see some contenders kind of come out of the deal, or kind of rise or whatever, or some contenders get thrown out of it. It was more or so not who hits on the setup. It was more about who doesn't miss.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just gonna be a bigger swing of just who missed versus they're a little better here. Like, you weren't going to be able to see that too much and make the difference, but you were going to be like, oh, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, like, he's not even relevant to the, X driver is not relevant.
Yeah.
I hope for somebody I hope is not good just because where he is in points is Buescher, but he's super good at Sonoma. But for, considering he's 7th and we're 9th, I'm hoping he is not as fast as he normally is.
What do you think your chances are to have a solid day?
I mean, based after San Diego, I feel a little better, for sure. And Michael has really fast cars at Sonoma, so like I'll have a good data point. Daniel's won at Sonoma, so they're super good too, or I imagine they're gonna be.
Do you sit down and talk to them or pick their brain
No.
or?
No, I don't. But like our crew chiefs do. Like they work really, really closely together. I don't know. I'm weird, obviously, but. Like, I don't even watch other people's in cars. I watch my own. That's it. Like, I think Dale asked me Saturday. He's like, yeah, what'd you think of SVG's in car? I was like, dude, I haven't watched a single lap of his in car. I don't know. I'm like, if I was slow, I would probably watch it. But like, if I'm fast, like, I'm just gonna watch my own, and I'll just be a self-critic of myself.
Yeah.
Because like, I just know I can get into the zone of what my car feels like and everything. Like, I don't know what he feels like. I'm more so just reminding myself of what I had and like being like, all right, I remember feeling like this, and I thought it looked better, but I could have got further left or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. I look at as Tyler can attest, he sends me way more data than I ever look at.
Is there another driver that we should just be like thinking about for?
Can you bring up the
for
points
Sonoma?
again? I got 2 already. Tyler, what ones?
As far as who's gonna be good or who
Like,
we don't want
who's
to
gonna
be
be good at
No,
Sonoma?
who's gonna be good? I feel like Larson's a
Yeah.
question mark.
good.
Like he probably
as well
could
as
be
he ran at
good.
San Diego.
Yeah, he was good at
Hendrick
San
could be
Diego.
good.
That's what I mean.
Yep. The 9 could be good.
Yeah, I would say Larson's probably likely to be fast for sure.
Yeah, I mean he was up there on Sunday.
I think Reddick will be obviously fast. I think he'll be good.
Toyotas.
Yeah.
Other than
all
the Toyotas, probably the 9 to 5, 71.
Yeah, so line up basically all the Toyotas, the 17,
Well, now
97.
it'll be
fine.
interesting though to see what the 20 does. Are they gonna,
if they're gonna have him race.
yeah, if they're gonna have a switch again, because that'll.
Last week didn't go good.
No.
Poor guy.
Mm.
So he just money shifted. Is that what happened? Double down shift
Off
or whatever.
of data, yes. off of that.
Oh,
and
it's
in the
brutal.
in-car, it sounded like
It was the
about
RPMs were high.
10.5, 11,000 RPM for a couple seconds before it hand grenaded.
That's brutal.
Yeah, bad deal.
Brutal.
But I feel like for Christopher, Sonoma's probably a little easier. I don't know. A broken leg is
How many
a little different than a broken wrist,
points
but-
is he ahead of 6 or 17th? Like, what's he above the cut? So he is 422 versus 362, and Shane's 17th. So like you're looking at like potentially not a max points, but like a win bonus for Shane.
get close to him.
That's getting tight.
Yeah.
But Shane's got his playoff chances just took a big hit.
Yeah.
No, I know, but but still, like, Christopher's gonna be good, but like, you got to think like you're gonna start going to racetracks like Indy, like where you're throwing massive blocks down a straightaway. Christopher's not gonna be able to throw blocks like that quick. I don't think one-handed.
You would know more than me about.
No, I know, but
Blocking or driving?
No, I'm saying no.
both. Yeah, blocking.
Not
for
even
sure.
trying to make the joke. I'm just saying in terms of
No,
driving.
but I know, but like, that'd be difficult. Like, I know at Pocono, he said he's like, I threw a block on him once, and he never even considered it. And like, I went back and like, I realized like, he said he's just like, I can't turn left that fast. Like, I can't just
Take advantage
change
of him.
direction. So
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I took it.
Poor
Sorry,
guy.
Christopher. I took advantage of a poor guy with a broken wrist. Dude, he does he like road course racing?
Christopher?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he was so excited pre-race.
Yeah.
He was so pumped. Like, I don't know if he just was like pumped to like leave early or something. But he was like super excited.
Yeah.
Or unless maybe he thought Brent was gonna win the race and like get him a lot of points. But I think we all were like, dude, like what's like, you all right? Like, you've never been so personable. Like, you're so excited.
This is Sunday
Like,
morning.
Yeah, no, this was on the like trolley,
Yeah.
like the little tram. Like, all the drivers are around, and even I like asked Christopher. I was like, dude, are you like they hit you with like some painkillers?
Did he
or
know
what?
he
Like,
was
you
getting
just-
out of the car at that
Yeah,
point?
he did. He was like, dude, I'm getting out 20 laps or less.
Yeah.
First
Like,
caution.
So excited.
he was
First
getting
caution.
pumped.
Like, they knew.
Maybe he was happy for Brent to get the opportunity.
I think
You know?
he's for sure.
He's a genuine person.
No, he is actually like super like loyal like type of person
Yeah.
and everything. So, and Brett being a dirt guy, like there's a really good shot that he was just super excited for
yeah.
Brett, and that he felt like Brett was gonna do a really good job for him. So he's like, I get out. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
Maybe
Best of both worlds.
more points than he thought he
No,
was
that's
going to
what
get.
I mean.
Yeah.
Like, well, definitely more points than
yeah.
well,
Broke wrist.
well, I don't know if more points, with the engine failure, but like definitely more points than he would have done with a
Yeah.
broken wrist.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I remember when I broke my ankle and Daniel filled in for me, and Daniel finished 7th. I was freaking pumped.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, dude. He got me. I like gained points
Yeah.
like on the day. I was like, yes, like that's awesome.
And that was right before Sonoma.
No, yes,
Right?
no.
Gateway,
So I
then
I
Sonoma.
broke my ankle. I qualified on the pole. I backed in the fence, but I still qualified on the pole. Got it.
At Sonoma. In the
That's
truck.
Sonoma and truck.
Yep.
6/10 faster than the field. Got him. But Daniel filled in for me because NASCAR was not going to let me do the race. They're like, you can do 10 laps and then swap. So I swapped out, did
Was it
everything.
Suarez?
And Suarez filled in because of the Trackhouse relationship. Yeah, I know. Dude.
So I spotted for him. I didn't even realize that. Because I was spotting for you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I didn't even think about Daniel filling in for you that time.
You did.
I forgot who did that.
And Frankie was the second spotter that day.
Little did we know.
No, I know.
We're going to have a
I
conversation
know.
about that.
No, I know. But Frankie was the second spotter.
Okay. Yep.
And you were spotting, and so we were all in the game here. And Suarez filled in, and Suarez drove forward throughout the race because truck race, Cup guy, not that hard for him. Drives through the field, finishes 7th, and I was
Yeah.
pumped. I was like,
Good points day.
it cost me 0 effort, and I gained points on the day. I was like,
Yeah. Easy.
shoot, this ain't that tough.
Yeah.
You get a Cup guy to fill in for you, and you gain points.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is
Just
not that hard.
Just don't ask Amarola about it.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy. First career win.
I know.
Yeah. No, we talked about that consistently. Like just our group of just weird NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like Almirola's first win.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get to do it.
Milwaukee.
Poor guy. This Dirty Modo segment was brought to you by FanDuel, the premier gaming destination in the United States. Dirty Mo Media is on the search for the most legendary NASCAR memorabilia collections to be our ultimate racing collector, presented by Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. Lionel Racing is your go-to source of all your racing diecast needs. Check out their latest pre-orders at lionelracing.com. Whether it's diecast, sheet metal, trophies, shirts, a mix of everything, we want to see it. Collectors will have the opportunity to submit photos and videos through Dirty Mo Media's social media page for a chance to be selected. They will have a post later this week. Respond to it. Videos are the best. Next week, they will select the winner.
Should we do like maybe they need to have like some Hocevar stuff in this one this time? Like we do it each month.
Can they get their hands on the Hocevar stuff?
But if they have any Hocevar, it doesn't have to be diecast though.
If it's not sold out.
Yeah, if it's not,
if it's just anything Hocevar stuff, maybe that'll help them get to first place. And
absolutely, yeah, we would never rig it.
Yes.
I would never figure out a way to rig a memorabilia collection deal and have a winner be my diecast.
It doesn't have to be diecast if they have any door panels or anything.
Anyway, or since 2010, best selling diecast.
So yeah, if you have any Hocevar stuff, send that in. You'll get it's like a fast pass to maybe win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it should be.
It's just like Disney.
I was just saying, just like Disney. Tyler's obsessed with Disney. He's a Disney adult. If anybody didn't know,
2 girls. Yeah.
You've got kids. That's okay. That's
no,
different.
No, do not use that.
Do
not use that.
I mean, I still have a good time.
Excuse. Do not use that excuse.
Okay.
Do not use that.
It's different.
You
though.
would go on your own.
Mm.
No, you kind of have because do you take the girls when you run?
Yes, they go.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
We all go. It's a family thing. It started as a family thing, but I'm not saying if we were down there and we could sneak away, my wife might be really mad at me for going. But if you want to go ride Guardians of the Galaxy or something, we could do it.
Disney adult. She loves Disney.
Yeah,
she loves Disney World. So I could say that. I could make fun of you. Or I'm not even making fun of you. I'm just more saying,
you'd go with me. Is what you're saying.
I 100% would. No, I'm just saying embrace it.
Yeah.
Do not be a closeted Disney.
I mean, I'm not wearing the Mickey ears or the tails or anything, but I'm there wearing my Mickey shirt.
Yeah, no. So that's what I mean. When you're a Disney adult, I feel like you get a bad rep. A crazy Disney adult is the face painting and wearing the Mickey ears and doing everything aggressively.
Yeah.
Just going and enjoy
a good time.
and just
Churros.
embracing your
going
childhood.
for the churros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Churros?
Yeah.
Like
churros.
in
The cinnamon churros.
San Antonio?
What? This is another movie reference. I don't know.
No, that's a Charles Barkley reference.
I don't know that one either.
Travis, have you seen that? Have you heard that one?
Yes.
Yes, dude. Did Churros?
No.
Oh, so I don't.
We'll talk about it later.
It's not.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. All right. Good.
Churros.
Yeah.
I got the
Disney. What you're talking about? We don't want to mix.
No,
probably.
but no, the churros are good though.
Yeah.
I do enjoy them. No, so I have a absolute, gripe or I don't know, grudge against Disney. They took out lights, motor, action at Hollywood Studios. The show. Please tell me you've seen it. The stunt show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stole that. They took that out for damn Star Wars. Apparently, a multi-gazillion
So that's
dollar
before we
industry.
got into the Disney stuff, but
you missed out.
Yeah.
Dude, they had a Herbie, and there was always a churros stand right next to Herbie.
that'd have been a good one.
It was awesome.
Well, now they have Cars Land. At least, I mean, it's not Herbie, but at least they have Cars Land
No,
out
they
at
had
Disney.
like
Land.
cars jumping and like
blowing up
and like going. Like,
Universal had something.
They
like
had
that.
like cars getting jumped and like going onto other cars, and they had like it was literally like choreographed car drifting.
like Indiana Jones for cars.
Yes, it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And like
watch
cars
out for the
blowing up,
rolling
but like
balls.
they had like guns and stuff, and they were shooting each other, and it was freaking awesome. And then they
You
took
had
it
to be,
away
like,
for Star Wars.
3 or 4 years old when this is going on, right?
Oh, so I 100% would cheat the hell out of this system. So they would always have a kid get picked at the end towards the end of the show, and they in one of the stunt cars they had a car where it wanted to look like it was remote control. Like, so in the, because Hollywood Studios, they're pretty much going with the deal of like you're behind the scenes of like Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
So you were basically watching like a car stunt show movie get played.
Yeah.
Like they had
Yeah.
a director, they had
Indiana
the whole thing.
Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
but for that,
Yeah.
if people know it. And so they had a driver on the side of the door, and that's where he sat. So it looked like if you're on
Like
camera,
you.
there was nobody
On the side of the door?
No, but like actually on the side of the door,
Okay.
like side of the door. Like he was not like visible if you weren't on the side he was on.
Okay. Yeah. He's hiding on
So he
the
was
side of
hiding.
it. Yep.
And so they would get a kid to be convinced that they drive the car via remote control, but secretly they have a guy just on the side of the car.
Yeah.
And so I always thought that was really fun. So I figured out, because I'd gone so many times, I figured out exactly where they picked the kid, like what section they would always go to, where, like, what you needed to do. Oh, yeah. Full-blown rigging this thing. One time I got picked twice in the same day, and I had the show's T-shirt on. Like, and I would always play the part. I was like, I don't know what's about to happen at all.
So what would you do when they picked you?
So they would be like, all right, come down, where you from? And, they'd be like, I'd be like, I'm Carson from Michigan. And they'd be like, all right, hand clap for Carson from Michigan. Yay. He's going to drive a real car with the remote control. And it's like, all right, move it, put your hand here and then move it forward. And then the car would move forward. And then, all right, back. And then they're like, all right, and now what you're going to do, now that you have the control, is you're going to run it wide open. And then you're going to put it backwards, run it wide open to reverse. And then and then you can do whatever you want. So, you then push it wide open, and go wide open, back, and then all of a sudden the car would start spinning, and it'd be like, oh, what's happening? And then it would reveal, like, there's actually a guy driving it.
Not you.
And it's like, he was never driving it, but congratulations.
So what did you do?
What did I? No,
did you Did you just like go to the?
No, I was just pumped. I was on the jumbotron. No, I was just on the jumbotron. No, I never exposed the show. No, I never exposed the show. I never exposed the show ever. Part of me always felt bad after. That I was like, man, I robbed a lot of kids of that opportunity. But I was like, man, it was my favorite show.
Did you go all the time?
All the time. I went to that show every day.
Before we wrap, though, we have one question. I think the internet has one question.
Okay.
Kay Adams.
What?
Where are we at with this?
I'm a fan. I like your show. I enjoy it. What about it?
Everyone's been asking, what's going on. You're firing off tweets. Do you know her age? Yeah.
Yes, I do know her age. I'm a fan. Yeah, I know. Like, so I introduced myself and everything in the driver's meeting, and she was laughing. She's like, "Man, you're like by far the most confident guy here." It's like, yeah, probably, whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, I was told you're the bad boy of NASCAR." I was like, who said that? She's like, "I don't know. I was just told that's Carson, and he's the bad boy of NASCAR, and you got to talk to him." I was like, "Well, you're talking."
Yeah,
we're
here
talking.
I am.
Yeah, here I am. And so we started, talking and whatever, and so we're done and everything, and she got me pretty good. So I saw her, and so I walked over. I was like, "Hey, I heard you're in the pace car," and she's like, "Yeah, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. What's the pace? Like, what is that?" And I was like, "You serious? Like it's the car at the front, you'll be," and she's just like, "Yeah, I know what it is. Like, whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Well, I actually qualified up front, so I'll see you up there." And so then I rolled up next to her, and she started waving. She had her phone out, and she started blowing me kisses. I was like, yes, dude, yes. And so we were waving and everything. And then I just like having fun after that, the tweets and stuff. So
all right.
I don't know. I just think it's funnier when you do it like publicly. Everybody's like, get a room, get in the DMs. It's like, nah, that's weird. Then it's weird.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a lot more funny, and it's funny to be flirtatious. While I do it for the fun of the game. It scares me when it works.
Sounds good.
True. It's true. I do it for the love of the game. Thank you, Tyler, for filling in for TJ. And
yeah, I like this upgrade.
Hey, thanks.
You're a lot more right on points and stuff.
I will say, all circling back, my favorite thing about TJ is going back to Disney. His wife is our travel agent, so I can't talk too bad about TJ.
Too bad.
Yeah, because they'll cancel our plans. So,
but no, thank you to Dale, Dirty Mo Media, everybody for considering me to fill in for Dale. This is obviously I've been a fan of him for basically my whole life, so this is very cool. And thanks Tyler for being willing to step out of your comfort zone and talk for sometimes. I know you don't do that often. You maybe don't do that for a living. But appreciate you coming on here and being vulnerable and talking to the people and everything.
It was fun.
Yeah,
had
appreciate
a good time.
it. Thanks, Travis. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That's another wrap of this show. I'm sure there's a end card with Dale or something, or if not, is there, Travis? Yeah, there is. Perfect. All right, then that's it for me.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks again for Carson and Tyler for filling in and giving us a great show today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe it'll encourage Carson to drop in even more and take over some hosting duties and give me an opportunity to take the family on some more vacations. TJ and I will be back next week in the Arby studio. Don't forget about Arby's new Meat in 3 box. You get more meal for your money at Arby's. We have the meats. We'll see you tomorrow.